Oh!
Yeah.
Fuck.
Back.
Thick.
All right. Yay, we are live now.
How did I not catch that?
What's that? Oh.
I'm so bad at this game. Sports games, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Actually, I don't.
Totally.
Wait, what are sports?
Sports.
Spirits ball.
EA Sports. It's the same game.
This is an EA game. That's what he said.
If it's the same game, or if it's EA Sports, it's the same game as last year. But now we're adding football team managers.
Right.
Amazing. All right. Ubisoft. Thank you, Ubisoft, for making it easier to log in. Hmm.
Give me a few minutes, guys.
No.
Give my sis some coffee, bitch.
Uh-oh.
Too late.
Damn, now I gotta download Warzone again. I'll be back in 2 or 3 hours.
Why do you have to do that?
No, just playing. Minimize. Dude, now that Windows 11 is going to be a thing, that makes me wonder, is that the reason why they stated Windows 10 end of life is 2025? Because if so, that means extended support is only going to be 1 year after that.
Yeah. Can't wait to re-image it. Freak ton of computers.
Yeah. I think it's within their best interest to just make it super easy to upgrade, like a regular fucking, not a service pack, cumulative update. It just goes straight to 11.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're gonna have your whiners that are like, I want to have my 10. I don't want to have 11. Don't force me, bro.
Like the 9,000 million people who didn't upgrade from 7.
Yeah.
And it was like, dude, 7 ended support like 15 years ago.
Yeah. It's like our digital version of anti-vaxxers.
So many people, like even IT people I know, were complaining about Windows 10. And I'm like, it's better than 7, right?
Yeah.
Like, no, 7's way better. It's way faster. And it's like, no, actually every speed test has shown 10 is like 800 times faster than 7.
So I feel like there's a correlation between people who didn't want to upgrade to Windows 10 because they thought it was slower. It's not because Windows 10 is slower. It's because their PC sucks ass.
Yeah.
Like their hardware just wasn't built for more advanced stuff than Windows 7. Oh, what up, Dark? You get nerd junkies. Yeah. No need to tell me about my audio there, Dark. I are perfect. So shut your ass. By the way, we are streaming on Twitch and YouTube, and I think on Facebook as well. But
I hate you, person who's better than me at this.
that's how competition works. I hate you because you're better than me, not because I admit it.
You and your people are better than me. You're cheating.
Oh my god. Yeah. Windows 11. Super excited.
I mean, I'll get it. Like IT people, we have to know everything, right? So it's like, we're going to have to use it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have to use it, but I don't think that Enterprise is going to be ready on day one. You know what I mean? I think Enterprise is going to take maybe another year before you get an Enterprise release. And it will still come with Xbox.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet that it'll come with Xbox app. But what's weird though? On the latest Windows 10 version, Xbox doesn't come prepackaged. Only the Xbox Game Bar and the console companion.
Lost. Fucking shit. The worst. Go on.
No, I was just letting you know that Xbox apps doesn't come pre-installed with whatchamacallit. Doesn't come pre-installed with Xbox app. The latest Windows. It comes only with Xbox Game Bar and the console companion.
I am back.
What up?
Wait,
My
what are you
hazelnuts.
Yeah, the latest Windows 10 version. Install it vanilla.
Oh, like a 21H1 or something?
Yeah. It will not come with
Whose phone's gone off?
mine. It does not come with Windows or with Xbox Game App. It only comes with Xbox Game Bar and console companion. That's it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Should be fucking busy around here. Only time I fucking can't do DoorDash.
You tell them no.
Don't live in a small town. That's all I'm gonna say. So no one fucking gets DoorDash.
Do they get Grub
No.
or Uber Eats?
Nope.
Well,
Uber
you should probably
me that?
Uber.
Some people have actually have cheated this system and like ordered food from New York to be ordered to delivered to LA.
Yeah.
So you are signed in as this person. And I thought my Keurig was loud. Forgot about the soda stream.
Oh, dude, the things are hella loud.
Yeah.
Hella.
Yeah, Dark says it's a free upgrade, but I might do it on a virtual system first. Good thinking.
Yeah.
for all
What
those
will
B
break
sods.
first?
It's so pretty though. I like it.
No, that's what everyone says with every new
Well,
operating system.
it's like it's Windows, but now with more Mac flavor.
As long as I don't have this stupid like the
The
Are you
thing
talking?
the thing
I'm
that
talking
threw
about, like,
me
the
off was
close
the App Store
buttons.
having Android apps through Amazon Store.
The Amazon App Store, dude. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you were so close.
Wait a second. Are
Yeah,
you using
I-
Amazon because they beat you to the punch on emulating or putting sandboxes around all these apps, or why?
I thought the Android app thing was genius. I was like, that is really effing smart of them to do that. And then it was like through the Amazon App Store, and I was like, oh, you lost.
So close.
The Amazon App Store is like it is not as robust as Google Play.
Yeah,
So like you're missing a ton of stuff in there.
right.
Like it'll be like, cool, I can play Fortnite or whatever, and it's like, no, because Fortnite's not on there.
Right.
Or not. I mean, Fortnite's a bad example, but
You're a Fortnite.
your face is a Fortnite.
All right, we're waiting for Clay to get back on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get my headset. Be right back.
Oogie.
well, this time I'm not gonna wait over a year to upgrade my system like I did before.
Yeah.
Because it came out on my birthday.
And you thought bad juju on your birthday for Windows upgrade?
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't think it was gonna do that well. Yeah, and look where we are now.
Yeah. Screwed.
I'm
Let's
just gonna
see.
try my hazelnut.
Intro.
I can play Farming Simulator on a smart TV. What, Ziggy? Have to be a pet parent.
Damn it, Clay.
What?
Turn on your freaking camera. Nobody cares that you're not wearing pants.
Well, I mean, that's true, but not why I did that. Hold on, I'm gonna call right back so I can hook up my headset.
Okay.
Okay. No, Ziggy, you are not going outside. You've had too many vet appointments.
Bit me.
No, trust me, like he actually got sick multiple times because of stress. I am not paying over $500 a day.
Bit me.
I know you got kids and your camera is frozen.
Oh, is it?
Oh, there it goes.
I'm just frozen.
You just look like you're frozen.
Yeah. I can play Farming Simulator on my smart TV. Ooh, look at you. So
Cat is
fancy.
meowing because Ben is outside trying to fix our vehicle, and he is wanting to go outside. No!
It's that time for. There we go.
I'm alive.
It's hideous, but it's there.
I didn't say it.
No.
Oh, I can tell.
Can you play?
Oh, I can.
You didn't add anything last minute, did you?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just looking through now. See if anything new happened.
My question is about the Smash Bros. Tekken thing.
What about it?
Wait, what?
Was Tekken ever on Nintendo consoles?
Yeah, but it was like the 3DS and stuff like that. It wasn't on like as far as I remember, I think in.
Because I know Tekken was only PlayStation. I mean, hey, I know Snake was as well, but he came onto the GameCube. That's all I know.
Yeah, Tekken 3D Prime was on the 3DS. Hold on, let's look here. Tekken 3D Prime, and according to the eShop, that's it. But I think there was more. I think there was like one other game. But I'm just gonna be that guy real quick and say Tekken sucks anyway, so it's like whatever. Yeah, there is nothing much happening on the internet right now.
Oh, that's stylish.
What's that?
Nothing. Transition.
Right.
Hey, so when's our next outing?
Oh,
Well,
no one's come up with one yet.
oh. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Where are we at? 7 minutes?
Dude, the restream thing,
Yeah.
is it just me or is it really big? I'm gonna like zoom out a little bit on that because it's like really, whoa, like huge text.
Control down scroll?
Yeah, no, I zoomed out. It's at like 60% now, but it was like, geez.
Huh. Wonder why.
Because the world is against me, apparently.
Be a cruise.
The resin. I haven't seen that video in so long. Be a cruise. Are those the new that that transition you were just at on Twitch? Or so I was watching Twitch, so it might be like delayed, where it showed the levels on Discord. Is that updated?
Oh yeah, what about it? I just
Like,
have to
is
change
that-
the image.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like that little snippet there with like MVP and admin
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. That's like first iteration image.
yeah.
That one.
Look, I'm just letting you know.
You can change it if you want.
That's why I said you need to update that.
Alright.
Oh, hey, thanks, Dark. Hold on, let me try that. Where is the minus F4 button? I see Alt.
Yeah.
Where is minus F4? I
It's
don't
on
see
your
that
10
anywhere.
key. Look at the corner.
I don't have a 10 key on this laptop.
No. Then you're SOL now.
Guess I can't sync my audio.
Damn.
I'm stupid. Oh my god. Oh, there we
Oops.
go.
Whoopsie daisy.
I used to do that back in like, because I'm old and stuff, back in the 90s in like America Online chat rooms.
Yeah.
Somebody would say things like, hey, how do you type in like,
A certain
wingdings,
emoji.
or like, how do you type? There were no emojis back then. No. It was like,
Well, I mean,
it
like
was
the old, like you have to come up with the ways to do it.
How do you type whatever in like or like special characters like an inye or something like that? And it would be like, oh yeah, it's Alt F4, and then you would just see like left chat.
Yeah.
And it's like
Hilarious.
idiots.
And here we have the
Noobs.
very first troll.
Noobs. You just got pwned.
That's why we
noobs.
were so likable back then, huh?
Right. You're not leet like us. You have the itis? Is it called being German?
He
You'll
just
get
ate
ya.
something big.
What's up, Yogensha? How you doing? Thanks for showing up. I know it's like 3 in the morning or something wherever you are.
Is it? Holy crap.
No, it's probably like 10 p.m. or something like that. I don't know. I was like,
Google.
England's eight ahead of us, so that's 8
Hmm.
or 7, depending on daylight savings. It might be
It
7
is
right now.
8:56 p.m. in Germany.
8. So yeah, there you go. So it's 9. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're almost 9 p.m. You were off by 1.
Look, it's close, man.
Yeah.
I've never been to the Deutschland, so I don't know.
Und Deutschland.
The closest I would ever go to Germany is probably Ireland or Italy. That's it.
I've been to Ireland.
You told me about that. You had proper
Yeah.
Guinness.
Did you go
I
with
did
your
have
wife on
proper
that
Guinness.
one?
Yeah,
Oh,
It was-
that's cool.
it was on our honeymoon, so it would have been bad if I would have not gone with her.
Oh shit!
I mean, he's absolutely right.
He's absolutely right. Yes, I had proper Guinness. It was delicious.
Yeah, it was a thick boy.
Yeah, it was like almost freezing cold. It was almost ice, which is apparently the right way to drink it.
Not the right way to drink.
No, like apparently that is the right way to drink
Oh, it has to be like almost
it.
frozen.
Like our refrigerators normally cannot get that cold. So it's like, or like freezing is what, like 32 degrees or something like that. So they serve it at like 36.
You're good, sure.
Like
We got good
35.
beer. That's reason enough.
I like German beer.
Yeah.
It's good.
I don't know.
That works.
I never really tasted a beer that I was just like, that's it. That's my lifer. That's my to go. You know. I think I saw somebody on a TikTok once like, what's your favorite beer? It's like whatever they're having.
Yes. I tend to go with the one with the booze in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I do WF.
But
whatever's
then-
free.
Yeah, but like whatever's there, the one that's on tap, I don't care. But it's like, but then you have like, I don't know, I really don't like those like douchey, snobby like IPA beers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think they're disgusting. So
I
it's
need to-
like,
I
I kind of have to be careful with
tried
that
them.
because, hey, I
Yeah.
just made this one the other day. It's a hoppy, stouty IPA, whatever, and I'm like, Bud Light, okay.
Just keep me to the liqueurs and I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You don't want to try my toilet wine? Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, like all the hippies, and they're like, oh, this is my winter IPA, and there's hints of, pine tree and ginger in there, and it's like, no, just beer. I just want a beer, like Bud Light,
Yeah.
Coors. I don't care. Like, just give me one of those.
Keers.
A cure.
Get me a Keers. Keers Light.
Cure.
Do they have Coors Light over in Germany? Is that imported for you guys?
That,
When
no doubt.
I will say, and like for some reason my brain didn't put it together like until like way too late. Like yeah, like you can get like a Budweiser in Ireland.
Yeah.
And it's on the imported beers list, so it's more expensive.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you know, because hey, Guinness is right down the street, so that's the cheap stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you want a Budweiser, it's like way more expensive because they had to like ship it in. You know, it's like the cheap shitty Budweiser, like the like American piss beer. Yeah. It's like it's an import, so it's pricier. So it's like
like some ritzy snooty person be like, you know what? I'm gonna celebrate tonight. Let me get that Bud Light imported.
Let me get that import Bud Light, and they're gonna be like, how intercontinental of you.
This guy's traveled.
Yeah, or international. Like how international of you.
Yes. What is that? 2020? That was a good year.
Speaking of beers, there is one I'm wondering if you've tried. It's like Japanese beer, Seika or something like that. Have you ever tried it?
Sapporo.
Yeah, that's it. Sapporo.
Okay, I was like, I've had a lot of Japanese beers, and I don't know that one.
Sapporo is like the Bud Light for Japanese beers.
Sapporo. I like Sapporo, but if I'm going for like the standard Japanese beer, there's also one called Kirin, and I think that one's a little better than Sapporo, but it's not like I would turn one down either way.
Because I've heard like the Japanese love it, but apparently it's so watered down here in the States.
Oh, that could be it.
Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah.
All right, we're at noon. You ready?
Yep.
You want to
Actually, we're at 12:01, Joe.
Let's do this. It's that time for our weekly Game News Live podcast. Be a part of the show by joining us at nerdjunkies.com/Twitch. Live Saturdays at 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. With your host, console fanboy, our resident OG man, and on the stream switchboard, Joe.
At all times.
We're not no damn Kevin Ferrero.
Oh yeah, he's back on G4 now.
G4's on Twitch now.
Yeah, G4's on Twitch. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter all the time. It's like, yeah, but like they apparently Kevin Ferreira, like they got him like 2 weeks ago or something. Or
I'm gonna die.
He's back.
I'm gonna die when Olivia Munn actually makes it onto an episode.
You know, I wonder. Okay, so I was thinking about that.
You know damn well they've called her multiple times trying to get her.
If you remember, like
the boobs.
they did that like reunion special, right? Where they were like, here's like Pereira,
Thanksgiving
and, like,
special, yeah,
Sessler and Olivia Munn was on there, and like Morgan Webb was on there, and like all these G4 people were on there. It was like that's cool. It's like it's cool to see them again, whatever. Because I used to watch G4 all the time, and it was like, and now that it's back, it's like you got Sessler, they just got Pereira back, and it was like nothing against Olivia Munn. She was very entertaining on Attack of the Show and all that stuff. But it's like, I wonder if she's still holding out to be like a big actress, because she's been in a few movies and TV shows and stuff. Sure.
Yeah.
But where is she now? Like, where has she been?
Well,
so,
I mean,
it's like, is she still coming? Like, is she still doing stuff, or is she finally just going to bite the bullet and be like, well, they'll pay me if I go do more Attack of the Show stuff?
I couldn't see her doing like a series or like a season, right? Mm-hmm. I would only see her doing like cameos or something like that.
A guest spot, like, hey, we landed an interview with Reggie, and here's Olivia Munn, or something like that.
Not necessarily because she's like an A-lister. By far, she's probably doesn't consider herself as an A-lister. Mm-hmm. But I think at this point, she doesn't want that kind of imagery or whatever to like ruin her chances on a role.
Possibly stop her from getting a role or something
but you know what the weird part is? If she embraced that as like G4 TV like person, she would grow in popularity no matter what.
Look at like Felicia Day. Her bread and butter is the nerd audience.
Right.
Like if Olivia Munn kind of embraced that, then she could just be right up there. Like Felicia Day is still a paid actress. Right. She does well for herself. Right. It's like, if that's what Olivia Munn wants to do, it's like, yeah, maybe you're not going to get that Oscar you want, but maybe you'll just have job after job after job.
But you know what? It's like
and tons of fans.
I feel
you know?
like in any role that she takes, you still kind of expect that funniness to come out of her. There's been a couple of like serious movies she's played in, and I'm just like, I'm still waiting for you to like eat a hot dog. I'm still like, damn it! It's hilarious when you and Kevin Pereira get together. But
she was, well, that's the thing. Like, she was really entertaining on that.
Yeah. Yeah, and it wasn't just like the eye candy. It was just like, this chick's actually like a nerd girl, and she's funny. And
What is this?
yeah,
This is
So-
possible.
I'm not familiar with this.
She was in a rom-com on Netflix last year.
Yep, it was pretty good, but she wasn't like the lead.
So technically, she's in 3 movies this year, which is good for her.
Yeah,
Like,
she was Psylocke in X-Men.
oh god, that was a disaster of a movie, though.
I mean, she got a part. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, so she's still in stuff. I mean, that's cool. Good for her. Like,
Yeah.
nothing against Olivia Munn. It was just like, I don't know.
It could also because her scheduling might not do that well or something.
Maybe
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't even know if she has a kid or anything like that. I just would. I would geek out if she made it to an episode of G4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of
Yeah.
Attack of the Show.
I'm not watching their Twitch streams or anything like that, but I do catch like Adam Sessler does his like kind of his soapbox things
Yeah.
on YouTube now,
He
and
used
it's
to
like
he used to do Sessler
Yeah.
versus Sessler or something like that.
yeah,
Where it was
and
just him against himself.
I've always been a fan of his, even way back in the Tech TV like
Yeah.
extended play days
Yeah.
before
Oh,
it was X Play.
God.
I thought he was great, and it was like
what was Tech TV before that?
Good question. I don't think
Or-
it wasn't even a
I'll
thing.
give you a hint. I'll give you a hint.
I know
Tech TV
this.
was 4 letters long. It wasn't G4 TV.
No. This is way before G4.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna give you one.
Yeah.
Ziff.
Ziff Davis, ZDTV. There you go.
ZDTV. Back
Yeah,
in the day.
that was it. I
Ooh,
totally
I-
forgot about
That
that.
was
Yeah.
definitely
I still
before I
consider-
started watching.
I still consider Leo Laporte like my tech grandpa.
Yeah. Yeah. I like Tech TV. I thought it was a cool thing. Extended Play was a great show. I've always been a fan of Adam Sessler. I think he has a really smart like writing mind and tons of game knowledge. So like all of his YouTube stuff he's doing now, I think is great. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, welcome back, man. Like that's what we need. Is more like he did one a few days ago about because there was this announcement for this new Sonic game that was coming out.
Hmm.
And he had this whole big thing about why 3D Sonic games suck and how it should stay 2D. And I'm like, yes, like, stop putting Sonic in 3D. It is always bad. It is always bad.
But do you think that 2D Sonic belongs to the 90s at this point and just should not be continued?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You could just say, well, Clay, that's what you grew up with, and that's why it's nostalgic and all that stuff. No. Go play Sonic 1, 2, and 3, and then play Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and then any other. Sonic Heroes, Sonic Colors, whatever.
Yeah.
You'll like the 2D ones better.
Yeah.
And it's not just nostalgia. They're just better games. Like, the 3D Sonics suck.
I mean,
like,
I'm gonna ask
there's-
the chats. What would you prefer, 2D Sonic or 3D Sonic?
Like,
where
certain franchises made the jump to 3D successfully. Like, you've
Yeah.
got Zelda, you've got Mario. Castlevania tried it, and it failed, so they went back. You know, like, Sonic should have seen that and went, nah, that didn't work out, and let's go back.
Yeah.
But then they were like, oh no, this is totally what everybody wants.
Yeah.
No.
Mel, what was your favorite Sonic?
Let's see, the Sonic Pinball games.
Oh, those
Sonic
were fun.
Spinball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were fun.
Those
For
actually
any
are
of the
fun games.
for any of the Sonic games, usually that's like I played both the 3D and the 2D.
Mhm.
I always go back to that specific one
Mm,
Sonic
whenever I
Spinball,
want.
yeah.
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 I mean, Sonic Spinball is technically a 2D game. Just
I know. I'm just
It
saying.
was just a bunch of sprites, right? With just like,
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
bowl or something.
it was a pinball game with Sonic in it. Kind of like it was like insert game here, and then Sega was like, if we put Sonic in that, it'll probably make more money. Do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Got some money.
like Sonic All-Star Racing or whatever it was called. It was like, hey, we made a Mario Kart competitor. Cool. It's like, put Sonic in it.
Right.
Why? Because it'll make more money. But Sonic doesn't need a car. He runs fast. Put him in there. Okay, done.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go on with the game releases because we have I
Yeah.
think we have like 2 that we need to.
Yeah,
announce.
this was kind of a like after E3 happened like 2 weeks ago, and then like the game news just kind of lulled again. It was like there was so much happening over the past 2 weeks, and now we're kind of like in a pit.
Yeah.
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 So Nintendo Switch is about to release a very good or a very classic game. Or 2 games actually. Zombies
2
Ate My
games.
Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol, I believe it was.
Ghoul Patrol is the sequel to Zombies Ate My Neighbors. This is actually, I think this is on other consoles as well. It's just, I couldn't find an official website for this anywhere. So I was like, eShop, cool. This, have you all ever played this?
I played the Zombies Ate My Neighbors super hard.
Yes.
When I
Super hard.
Yeah.
I think people don't remember that because, like, this was a Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis game.
Yeah.
It's fun. It is a very fun game. There's like 100 levels to it, and it gets crazy hard.
Yeah.
It gets super hard.
I remember this game. I couldn't get past. I think my cousin had it, and I couldn't get past like the 3rd level, and I was just like, dude, I don't have enough lives for this.
Yeah, and it's like, the game, it's like, watching speedruns of this game is actually pretty cool because, like, they know exactly, like, the paths to take through every level, so they, like, avoid as many enemies as possible, and, like, rescue, like, they don't rescue every neighbor, too. It's like, every level has, like, it's like, there's 10 neighbors there, but you only have to save, like, 7 in order to, like, get in there.
All right. Well, we have to be on our best behavior now because the wife is here, so... Don't repeat anything I said when she wasn't here.
Sorry to stop that conversation about hookers. Okay, so back to Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Yeah.
All right.
Hookers. Hey.
Fun games. These are fun games. They're fun co-op games.
Yeah.
You'll have fun with them. It's just after about an hour, you're going to get frustrated and rage quit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool games. All right, so this one's pre-order right now, $14.99. It's available June 29th, which is about 4 days from now, 3 days from now.
Yeah.
So yeah, check that out. The other one we have is Curve Space.
This one looks interesting to me.
Full disclosure, never heard of this game before. Never heard of this game. I was looking at the new releases for next week, and this was all over the place. It was like, Curve Space comes out next week, and it's going to be on, like, every system there is. And I was like, okay, what is it? And I was looking at the YouTube video, and I was like, actually doesn't look that bad. Like, for a game I wasn't looking forward to or anything like that, I was like, this just kind of came up out of nowhere.
Yeah, this one looks pretty cool, but I already see a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I see them limiting their audience due to, I don't know, my wife can probably take a look at this video and be like, is that something that you can handle for more than 5 minutes without getting sick? You know what I mean? Like, look at this thing. It just looks like it would just shake up your mind just trying to navigate.
You got
this.
like camera flipping all over the place. And stuff.
Let's say it looks like something you would play in VR, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You ever remember back in the day, like as we were kids, we always kind of like, even in racing games, we kind of like hold the controller and just be like.
My brother always
Yeah.
blasted me about that.
Yeah, dude.
My favorite, and this is my phone, obviously not a controller, but when people would be playing like Mario and they jump. I have seen so many people do that, and I love seeing it because in their brain they're like, jump over there.
Yeah.
Why am I not moving?
Yeah.
Press button.
As if that was gonna give them the edge, right?
It's like they're hitting jump on time, but this is gonna give them that little boost.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just like, that's so. And this is going back like 30 something years. It's like people like on the SNES doing that. It's like, it's so fun.
Yeah. So Curve Space is available on the same day, June 29th. Is that what is June 29th?
That's probably Tuesday because that's like whenever games are.
Yeah.
Usually game releases are on a Tuesday, which is why we see so many people like at my work kind of take the days off starting on Tuesdays. I'm like, wait a second, isn't a new World of Warcraft expansion coming out?
It's like
No, I need to just take some time for myself.
Yeah.
What was it? There was a God, this happened a few months ago. There was like hold on, game release day off. There was like Here we go. I found it. It was I remember this article a couple months ago, and it was like in Japan. So I think it was Monster Hunter Rise, and it was like if the article will ever stupid load, it was like GameRant.com, is that it? Here we go. Monster Hunter Rise. That was it. It was basically this company, and it was like in Japan. The CEO of the VR development company, Mark On, announced via Twitter that he had made March 26th basically Monster Hunter Day because so many people were taking off that day to play Monster Hunter Rise on the Switch that he basically just closed the place for the day. He was like, we're only going to have like 5 employees, so we're closing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
like he called it a holiday.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really,
I was like,
you can't really fight against that. You're just gonna have to play along, man. Everybody's playing Monster Hunter over there. But
might as well close and save some labor time or something like that, you know?
I think the only time that I've ever taken a day off for a game was Destiny's release. I took the day off for that.
So, Chuck.
Yeah.
Like, when Chuck worked for me at our last gig, it was like, he would basically start burning vacation time whenever like a new Destiny expansion came out. Yeah.
Dude, that guy loves Destiny, man. I thought it would.
I
thought it would die off after Destiny 1. It's like, no, dude's still doing whatever he needs to do to like get worlds first.
Every time there's an expansion, he's like, all right, time to go back in and spend a week doing nothing but grinding.
But grinding, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Curve Space on Steam, June 29th. It's on everything: Steam, Xbox, Switch, PS4 and 5. So check it out if you're interested on that video that we showed you earlier. It looks pretty cool. Just don't know if that's going to limit some people's ability to play it, man. I know my wife, she gets a little sick if even with first person shooters. So
just the vertigo thing going on.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, I wish I knew what that felt like, but then I don't.
Yeah.
I thank God I don't.
No, you do not, Joel.
Joe, I mean, especially for you, bro, because there are people out there who have it and they can't even play like FPS.
I know, and
so
like, oh, so sad for you.
If that ever happened to you, it's like you now can't.
I can't play any of my favorite games
anymore ever again.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever gotten sick over anything. You know what? The only one that I was just kind of like get tired of after a while was those old games back in the PlayStation 1 where they were like free realm 360 like spaceship shooter type things. I don't know if you remember one of them. It was like Ion Storm or something like that.
I was gonna say or Ion Storm was a developer. Are you talking? It's like Hexen or something like that.
Yeah, but it was used like a tiny little spaceship, and it was one of the first games where you can like just turn 360 everywhere. I got tired of that after an hour.
No, it's not Hexen. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm about to say, when you said Hexen, I was like, that's that medieval game you're thinking of.
That's a first-person shooter medieval game.
Yeah.
But it was like Proton something. I can't remember what it was. I just remember it was from Ion Storm or something like that.
I know what you're talking about. There's a game that's like...
I find it interesting that my shake my head emoji has to specify that it's a female. How dare you assume my gender?
How dare you?
How dare you? All right, so we're gonna go on to rumor control because I think it's very important that we talk about this because I believe, and I don't know, Clay, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Clay predicted this 2 weeks ago.
No, I don't think
we have made.
I don't think I predicted it, but I said it needs to happen. Now, this is the reason I'm saying this is rumor control is because at no point is any of this confirmed. This is like basically on the box for Ghost of Tsushima. It used to say only on PlayStation, and now it doesn't. They changed the box art to like just that, and so everybody's like Ghost of Tsushima on PC, yeah, and it's like whoa.
Easy.
Nobody has said that. Take it easy. You know, like.
But what's with the track record that Sony's having right now on taking some of their IPs that they've collected throughout the years and then releasing them on PC? How likely are you leaning towards it coming out or not on PC? Yeah, because this is a recent hit for Sony. This is like their baby right now, that is
Mhm.
only available in PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. It's not like the previous games that they've released that they've been out for a couple years already. So
Yeah.
how do you think it's going to be released out in PC, or do you doubt it?
I think it will. Ghost of Tsushima came out 2018. Oh, wait.
2019.
No, that's not right. 2019.
Yeah.
2019. So 2 years ago.
It was fall season, right?
It was.
I think it was
Very
in the
late.
fall. Yeah.
I think so as well.
Because it was doing it before
No,
the
I thought it was
Christmas.
Hold on.
July or something. I thought
Alright.
it came out in July of 2019.
Yeah.
But that puts it about 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So like, is that soon enough for Sony to basically say, okay, we've bled this dry. Now
Ghost of
let's put it on
Tsushima was
Yeah.
released on July 17th, 2020.
There you go. So
Hmm.
2020.
Middle of summer.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. It was my game of the year last year.
Yes.
You know what's
Okay.
weird? You know what's weird
Yeah.
though? Is that because of the pandemic, it's almost like we've forgotten an entire year.
Like, I know I played a lot of Animal Crossing last year.
Yeah.
What else did I play?
Ask my wife, and
Yeah.
and we ran into a situation where we were just like, oh yeah, that was last year. It's like, no, that's 2 years ago.
And you're
We
like,
had an entire year where we were on like frozen time.
yeah.
Where did the time go? It's
Yeah.
turned into Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, so this game came out last year, and it's amazing.
Yes.
Ghost of Tsushima is outstanding. Like, I love that game. It was my favorite game of last year. And then they released it last fall, like the online multiplayer thing,
Uh-huh.
which is cool. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. But is this? Yeah, but kind of like the point I was making. Does Sony think they've got all the money out of this game that they can?
Well, didn't the
Because-
expansion just release like 2 months or 2 months ago, something like that? 2 or 3
No,
months ago?
the multiplayer thing came out like, I think it was late last year.
Oh, okay.
And so when that happened, it's like, yeah, so Insomniac, Sucker Punch made this. So we know that they're already working on the sequel for this.
Mhm.
So are they done with part one? And if that's the case, is Sony now happy with all the money they got off it? So now they can release it on PC to like
Mm.
open up that new door of cash. You know, because this will make money. Ghost of Tsushima was a fantastic game. This is
I
going to
don't
make a
know.
lot of money.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think maybe with the whole crossplay thing, they're starting to get on the rails and just be like, okay, we can't fight them. We might as well start joining them, right?
Well, yeah, like if they open this up to PC, and I'm not even talking crossplay. Like,
Right.
if you could do crossplay multiplayer between the PC and the PS4, that would be awesome.
Right.
But I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying, open up this game to Steam or Epic Game Store or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna, hey, like you made or you sold 1 million copies on PS4. Here comes another 1 million on
Right.
PC,
Right.
and it's like this is only like Sony needs to be in this mindset. This is only a good move.
Yeah.
But
I
if you
think-
look at, so Horizon Zero Dawn came out like 3 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
And it made good money. And then they put it on PC and it made even more money.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe they're realizing like, hey, what if we just do exclusive for like a year now? You know, and
Yeah.
then release it. on
Yeah,
PC.
because you're only nerfing yourself on being able to get more money. Like, why would you
Yeah.
even want to do that? Like, Nintendo still has a hard time understanding that, but at least they
Mhm.
got crossplay right. Like, they were like, okay,
Yeah.
well, we wanted you to be able to play with all your friends, especially during the pandemic, so we're gonna enable crossplay. But
Yeah.
still on the exclusives, the only thing that I've seen is just their mobile apps and sharing their IPs with other developers. And that's
Mhm.
about it. But I think it's a good move. If this is more than rumor, if it becomes real, like I would be the first to buy Ghost of Tsushima.
Similar to Uncharted 4, which we talked about a couple weeks ago. I would be so happy for you people, you know, and by that I mean PC gamers. I would be so happy for you people if you all got Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Ghost of Tsushima.
Right.
Because these are just awesome games. God of War, that would be another one. Like, these are games that everybody should be able to play because these
Right.
games are fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's like,
You
Yeah.
people, Yo Genshin.
yeah, you people, exactly.
What do you mean, you people?
You mice keyboard people, you know, it's like, yeah, like,
All right.
yeah. You
All right.
people. But yeah,
Well-
Ghost of Tsushima, awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Clay approves, and if it becomes PC, you know what? I am expecting PlayStation, if they do start doing all this PC port of their IPs, another freaking client is going to be required eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like the PlayStation loader
Yeah.
or something, you know, like,
Yeah.
The PlayStation
Yeah.
Play Store.
yeah, like PlayStation, yeah, like, I don't know, but yeah, which right now I think they're doing all their deals were now. Wasn't one of the games an Epic exclusive, or were they all,
I don't know.
or were they all on Steam?
I could have swore Days Gone is on Steam.
Okay, well, then,
It is, but I think it's also on Epic as well. I can't
Yeah.
check. So.
Yeah. They're gonna have to. Here's the thing. They're gonna have to decide if they want to stick with appeasing gamers and be like, everything's available on Steam, whatever. It's not that big of a deal, right? But if they come up with their own client, it's like, again, we're gonna have to have another client, which is gonna take years for good old games to integrate into their system and declutter our devices. Because I don't know about you, but I hate having so many clients. It's ridiculous.
I can see that.
We-
I can see that.
We had an experience because of Overwatch today, trying to add all of us, as friends, so that way we can cross-play Overwatch. And it was just like, okay, how do we do this the easiest way? Do we have to download the client? And then Mel came up with the easiest idea of just download the app and just add people through there. I was like, okay, if they can do this for everything, that'd be great, because it's just it's faster this way.
Yeah, I have the app and it worked. It let me add both of them really fast. The PC client would not let me download it, so that was fun. Yogicha says the Epic Game Store client is just awful. So is Ubisoft Connect. I've never personally had a problem. Yeah, the Epic Game Store client, I have used it in the past and I've never had a problem with it. Ubisoft, their client, the one time I've played it was when I played Blood Dragon, which I loved. That game was awesome, but the client wouldn't let me patch it to its most recent version, so I had to still go out to find like a third-party website to like let me download the patch.
Wow.
And I'm like, awesome, good job, guys.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, hopefully that's going to be a thing, but I get tired of clients, so maybe Sony will spare us the need to have a client on there.
Can I say one thing? What you just said about the Detroit, Days Gone, and Horizon one. Detroit, along with Heavy Rain, and I think what was the Two Souls?
Beyond
that
Two
was one of
Souls.
the those games were exclusively on PlayStation for a long time until Quantic Dream finally brought it into Epic and stuff like that. So it got me a chance to actually play Detroit, because that game is awesome as well.
It's good.
Yeah.
But then they switched it onto Steam. It's like, why didn't you do that in first place? But exclusivity, they got paid by Epic probably first, and then they spread it out.
Mel.
Yeah, and just so you know, so Detroit, Beyond Two Souls, Heavy Rain, those actually aren't Sony games. They're Quantic Dream games.
Right.
They just were Sony exclusives, but like where Horizon Zero Dawn, Days Gone,
They're
Uncharted, things like that.
Those are Sony.
Those are Sony property.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next one, because we're going to talk some more Sony PlayStation
of
crossplay.
crossplay.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, did you know they always wanted to do crossplay? It's just
Wait.
Yeah.
I mean,
you didn't know that.
Clearly.
Yeah.
The history of this company has just spoken to how they've always been on board.
They've always been on board.
You know,
at all times.
Yeah.
There was never any doubt. They were always on the bandwagon.
And this has to be okay. So, as the article states here, this is from Axios. Sony wants more PlayStation crossplay, and it's like this has to be a response to that leaked document during the Epic Apple lawsuit.
Yeah.
Like,
you know they got a lot of crap for that, man.
Mhm.
oh, they probably had so much bad press off that like this is like Jim Ryan, you know, top dog at Sony was probably, or for PlayStation, probably just was like, oh, that's wrong. Sony's totally on board with crossplay, and then it was like, and then like Randy Pitchford, even though the man's a douchebag, it's like
Yeah.
comes in and basically says, hey, by the way, Borderlands 3 is now crossplay for everyone
Right.
except Sony.
Except
Mhm.
that.
And it was like, okay, so it looks like you all are a bunch of douchebags, Sony. Maybe you should, you know, get on board with treating your gamers better.
No.
Oh, what are you talking about? We always want crossplay.
We
What's
love
crossplay
our
again?
gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were always here. Y'all late to the game.
Yeah, it's like this
Yep.
is.
Yogencha has it right here.
Yeah.
The developers talking about giant fees were just lying, right?
I mean, obviously, like all those other companies are just lying. You know.
That doesn't
And
make any sense. Why would
those-
you?
yeah.
Why would you charge for crossplay when none of your competitors are doing that?
Because Sony wants their money.
But
Which is
what
interesting.
money? For what?
Which is very interesting to say that, because if even Nintendo, the biggest money hogs there are in the video game industry, will let you do something for free, that makes you look bad.
Right.
You know,
do you ever wonder if like the reason why Nintendo's being so smart about their development into crossplay is only because of not the same growing numbers as before, or have they just shattered those numbers expectations from previous console releases?
I don't know,
Because there has to be a reason.
It's so difficult to understand what the hell Nintendo's thinking at any time
Yeah.
because like they overcharge for their games like crazy.
Yeah.
But Nintendo Online is like super cheap compared to everybody else.
Yeah.
And then they give you free crossplay, but then they'll like nickel and dime you for everything else on the planet. And it's like they're just not consistent.
Well,
with
they
these things. So it's
they
like
can't nickel and dime the same people that are refusing to pay for things, so they might as well create more of a community with those who aren't aware that these nickel and dime items are crap.
Okay, so they're not charging for crossplay. Like they're not charging publishers for crossplay.
Yeah.
But they are charging like YouTube's content creators,
right, for their content,
to make content for their
content,
stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's why it's like I don't know what Nintendo's thinking at any given time. It's like, all right, sure, guys, whatever.
I feel like the YouTube stuff is just them trying to control their IPs to where it's not associated to a specific like streamer that they can't control, right? Because look at the Destiny community, right? You have Bungie doesn't care about who streams their games because it's just so open-ended, right? You're creating custom characters. But with Nintendo, it's just like they're like Disney. They don't want just anyone promoting their game or their content or their character. They want somebody who's squeaky clean, that will never be something that they have to be like, oh, we apologize for their words for anything. So they might as well take you down for it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Nintendo is very squeaky clean like that.
Yeah.
It's I actually listened to their official podcast and Sony's and Microsoft's, like so I'm not just biased or anything like that. But it's so different listening to the Nintendo Power podcast is what it's called. It's so weird because like they're so nice and upbeat and friendly on that show. They're like, great, let's see what's coming to Nintendo Switch next. And, I love that game. And I saw the Smash Brothers and it's so fun. And it's like, but if you listen to like Major Nelson on Xbox or like any of the people on the PlayStation podcast, they are more than happy to be like,
that game sucks.
Like, yeah, it's stupid. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with that. This thing is crazy over here. Did you hear about this thing in the news the other day? Man, those people are stupid, you know? And it's like, and it's really funny to like get that kind of contrast because Nintendo, it's very like, you know, there is like an army of people making that happen. Like
content.
Our podcast is more advertising. That's it. Like, but on Sony and PlayStation, they'll even talk about each other's consoles. Like, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I was playing Ghost of Tsushima the other day, and it was awesome." Or like, "Oh, like by the way, I know we're Sony and all, but did you see the Halo Infinite thing? That was badass." You know? And it's like,
So
Like,
Yogencha says the 5 different cartridge sizes with increasing higher costs seems out of style, and I love physical. Okay,
I love physical media. I love physical
but
games.
you're a
I'm a collector.
though. You're
I have
different.
tons of it. I will say it is a little old school on this, but I love it. The thing that bugs me about Nintendo isn't necessarily that they still have cartridges or physical or anything like that, or
Right.
discs or anything. I hate they have this thing. It's called game parity is what they're calling it, where the digital and the physical games cost the same.
Yeah.
I think that is hurting them because like if you want to, and the shining example I have on this, and I think we've talked about this before, is Resident Evil 0 and 1. If you buy it's called like the Resident Evil HD collection. If you buy that on Steam, on Xbox, on PlayStation, digital, whatever, it's $20 for both games.
Yeah.
And they're awesome, good games. Like everybody go play them. It's awesome. But then if you want it on the Switch, it's $60.
Wow, full
Why?
price, huh?
Because it's full price because you have to pay for the cartridge, and cartridges are expensive to put out.
Right.
I get that.
Yeah.
They're way more expensive to make that little cartridge than a DVD or something like or like a.
And not
Blu-ray
only
disc.
that, but like the logistics of it all, right? You have to incorporate all that.
Yeah, so I get that, but it's like, oh, and the cartridge, the file size is so small that you only get 0.
Yeah.
And then you actually, even though it's a cartridge, you put the cartridge in, you can play 0. But then if you want to play 1, you have to go to the eShop and download it for free.
Wow.
So that's stupid. But
It's
because
just too
the
convoluted.
cartridge is $60, the download is $60.
Right.
Because they do that parity thing. And it's
Right.
like, no, just break that in half. Like, hey, if you're a collector, if you want physical media, go pay the $60. It's yours.
Yeah.
Or if you're moving into the new generation of digital only and all that stuff, here's $20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wifey says, so like you guys, lol. And she was referring to the podcast where we could talk shit and talk nice about anything.
Because
But
we're a
if-
third party.
But if you go to Nintendo, it's like a propaganda channel, like Nintendo
Yep.
only.
It's Nintendo only. They don't ever reference anything else.
Yeah.
And everything is like, the game could suck. And it's still like, oh, I had a blast. Me and my family were all gathered around our Nintendo Switch the other day and holding hands and singing as we were playing this game and all that stuff. And it's like, it is so like uplifting and light and like wholesome.
Yeah.
And it's like, cool, that's your thing, but like that's where the Disney thing comes into play, right?
Just,
Where
it
it's
just
Yeah.
becomes overly cheesy in my book. Like,
yeah.
I don't kumbaya my wife.
Oh my
Yeah.
Yes, let's all hold hands and play Wii.
Yeah, everything on Nintendo Power Podcast is great. I listen to it for the interviews, with like other developers or things like that, or like if I'm, hey, here's what's coming down the line in this summer or something like that. I listen to it for stuff like that. It's just
Dark.
but
Nintendo is the North Korea.
yeah,
Oh, why?
yeah,
No, you did
Yeah.
not just say that.
Everything is great here.
Yeah.
Yes. Everything's amazing.
I would recommend those 3 podcasts to anybody just to get all 3 sides of
The official
everything. Yeah,
Nintendo, PlayStation, and
like-
Xbox podcast.
Yeah. I
Yes.
listen to those all the time. The Major Nelson podcast, like the Xbox podcast, it's really entertaining too.
Yeah.
Because like that dude just like he's been in the business for so long, like he knows everyone.
All right.
So it's usually just him like
how
interviewing and just joking around with people.
How about this for homework for our viewers? Is like listen to those podcasts next week, and then come back here and we'll tell you the truth.
True, because all 3 of them are basically adverts.
Yeah,
for
they're
like
just giant
everything.
advertisements
It's like,
for their
here's
stuff.
why you want Game Pass, and here's why you want a PS5, and here's
Yeah.
it's.
That is the only thing that I can say positive about Microsoft right now, even though I don't own a console. It's like Game Pass is the thing to do, even if you're a PC player.
Yes,
that
I
is-
will admit that.
You if you don't have a Game Pass subscription, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know? what I mean? Like,
I don't pay for games. I pirate everything, and
Yeah,
it's
like-
like, okay, bro. Sorry, dude. Napster died 20 years ago. Okay,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Wife
Like-
says try 2 weeks from now. I don't know what you mean by that.
Hmm?
Oh. Oh yeah. So this is her subtle
don't
way of
know.
reminding me that next week I'm gonna be out of town.
Oh.
Dude, we just took 2 weeks off.
It felt like 3.
So you could go do stupid family crap in California.
We
Okay?
gave you last week for Father's
We
Day.
missed 2
Come on.
shows.
It's 4th of July.
Good.
This is a fucked up country. I'm sorry. I'm being honest here.
It's our independence, Mel.
Oh, really? Because I dare say the 4th of July is on a Sunday this year.
Right, but we're gonna leave on a Friday.
Where the hell are you guys going?
We're going to a cabin up in the mountains of...
Again?
want to say Burbank or something? No, it's not Burbank. Where is it at? Yeah, going out of town in Cali.
Ah.
Yeah. Sorry, babe.
Is this
And I mean,
is this
Clay.
how it's going to be?
Oh.
I
It's like,
mean, Clay is big. Don't be
are
like
we just
that.
gonna start doing like one show a year
Hun,
again?
hun.
You know, like is that
No.
Babe, it's okay.
is this not why Nerd Junkies died the first time?
Aw,
Yes.
Is because of
you gotta
like
be- why you gotta be like that, Clay? Come on, babe. I have a family.
You gained 3 more kids?
His sister invited. Oh, see how you tried to like put that on my sister now? It's like, oh well, Clay now has a new target.
I know your sister,
Yeah.
and you tell her
Uh-oh.
tough.
Cookies?
No.
What's a friendly way of saying this?
Cookies. Yeah.
Tough cookies.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
just get Chops as host substitute. There you go. You can get Chops. And then
Are you gonna like let him over to your house so he can run all this crap?
fuck no.
Exactly.
exactly.
Fuck. All
There's a
right.
reason
Look.
why we need him.
you held the kids hostage all last summer for COVID. You're trying to make up for it. That's great. Saturdays are Nerd Junkies Day. Okay, there you go.
Why
You tell your sister to come here
Yeah.
instead.
Wifey, go after Clay, not me, please.
Why you want to get me in trouble, Clay? Raspberries. All right, let's get out of here. All right, let's do the next one.
Yep.
So that way
Quick.
I can have some
That was
cool
like a
down time.
half-hour crossplay
Yeah, that was.
article right there.
Yeah. All right, let's go on to the next one. Update: Tekken producer Harada, I assume.
Yes.
Says Tekken X Street Fighter development was about 30% done, but it's shelved.
Okay.
When,
Does anybody remember this?
The only reason why I know that this
Yeah.
existed was because of Street Fighter Cross Tekken, not because of Tekken Cross Street Fighter. But they announced it then,
They announced it,
right?
right?
But then I was just
Yeah.
like, wait a second. So you're gonna bring 3D fighters into a 2D, 2.5D space?
Yeah. So
That
yeah,
sounded
like
stupid.
that's exactly like Capcom and who makes Tekken? Who makes Tekken? Namco, right?
Yeah.
Namco, yeah. So like Tekken and Namco held hands and they were like, "Cool, let's do a crossover." And then Street Fighter Cross Tekken was made, and which there were 3D Street Fighter games in the past, so it wasn't too
Right.
big of a
No,
stretch.
it's not.
but
It's not new, but
Yeah.
it's completely different than Tekken. It's
yeah,
not.
but it yeah,
I
it's,
feel
it's
like
not Street Fighter in 3D is still not a terrible button masher of a fighting game
Yeah.
like Tekken. So yeah, but it's like
here's the thing. Okay. I feel like they kind of tested the waters when Akuma was announced for Tekken.
yeah,
And they were testing the waters to see, oh, let's just see how it would work to have Street Fighter 2.5D characters in an all 3D, like, movable space.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that's not going to work with some characters because Zangief is just going to be able to grab you out of the air from anywhere.
exactly. Just 3D grabs. Yeah.
It's just like, dude, I don't know how that would work, but I'm not surprised at this. Like, why there has been no interest. The interest that Street Fighter Cross Tekken had died off
Yeah.
the first year.
Yeah,
And it's like nobody
Street
wanted
Fighter
to
Cross
play
Tekken
it.
did not last long.
No.
Yeah, like it didn't last long. It was a freebie on PS Plus, and like nobody cared.
Yeah, even
And
on
it was
Evo,
like-
they didn't have a lot of
Yeah,
tournament
yeah.
play.
I thought it was there, and the only if I'm remembering correctly, the only interest it got was because that guy Infiltration, who just dominates people at Street Fighter all the time,
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
he was also like the top Street Fighter Cross Tekken player.
Right.
So he just dominated everybody in that as well.
Yeah.
And so like that was only like I think people tuned in just to watch him kill everybody.
Yeah.
But it was like when this article came out, I was like, oh yeah, Tekken Cross Street Fighter. Like
That
what
was a
happened to
thing.
that? I
Yeah.
totally forgot that was the thing. And then Harada was like, yo, we were working on it. It was about 30% done, and then it wasn't canceled. It was put on hold.
Right.
Like just indefinite hold. Like there has been nobody touching it for like the past few years.
Right.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, that was like, this was like, oh, hey, that was a thing. I
Mhm.
forgot.
Mhm.
Like, wow, you would
Do you
think
think-
that somebody
you-
would have done something with that.
Do you think doing this update now is just them trying to test the waters again, just to see how? Because Tekken has grown up quite a bit since then.
I
Tekken has
hear-
grown.
I think 7 was the most recent one.
Mm,
I hear 7 is the best one yet,
right.
which I kind of stopped playing Tekken after 3 because I hated it.
Yeah.
And I just kind of was like, okay, I'm done with Tekken now. That series is stupid. But like, I hear 7 really fixed a lot of the issues. But this would be running in like a 2D Street Fighter V engine kind of thing.
Right.
So
No.
Street Fighter V's been going for a few years. They are still updating it with new characters and things like that, which is great. But as it's getting a few years in, maybe this is going to be the next iteration.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Street Fighter V is dying down. We see that. So like, let's bring in this. Or this isn't even an announcement of anything. This is just him saying, like, somebody randomly asked, like, hey, whatever happened to Tekken Cross Street Fighter? And he goes, oh yeah, it's on the shelf over there.
We were kind of hoping you were going to ask, but yeah, there it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. It's we have a few character models and that's it. Okay.
Yeah, I think Yogen should try to clarify that Street Fighter Cross Tekken was using Capcom's system, and Tekken Cross Street Fighter, the one we're talking about right now, was supposed to have Street Fighter characters in the Tekken universe. That's how that was supposed to work.
That I think that might be backwards.
No. You're supposed to have Tekken.
Street Fighter Cross Tekken was a 3D fighter.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. Street Fighter Cross Tekken was a 2.5D tag match.
Oh, 2.5. That's what we're
Yeah.
calling it. Okay. All right.
And Tekken Cross Street Fighter was supposed to bring in, along with the Tekken fighters, was supposed to bring in Street Fighter characters in like you can sidestep and do all the 3D stuff.
So we can
Yogen
play
should
Street
correct me if I'm
Fighter.
wrong.
So we can play Street Fighter EX again.
There you go. That's
Which
basically
was
what
just
it was.
awful.
And Skullomania was still like the king of that entire series.
Just a horrible game.
Yes, thank you, Ogensha. I know. I am right 99.9% of the time. Unless Clay says something. That's correct. All right, let's move on to the next one. Digital game purchases, refund terms. What did you want to talk about with this?
This is more of like a PSA.
Okay.
PSA. This one I believe is also tied to. So this is. Where are we on the articles? This is okay. I got it. Okay. If you had bought Cyberpunk for the Xbox, you are about to be out of your grace period where you can refund it.
Oh.
That is like Microsoft is about to end the free refund policy for Cyberpunk. So if you bought it and you were like, oh yeah, I'll just wait for them to patch it or whatever, if you still want to refund that game, you are running out of time.
Do it now.
Do it now. Side note on this, just to bring in more Cyberpunk news, it is now being re-released to the PlayStation Network.
So they're getting pretty comfortable with all the patches they've been given it.
Yeah. So Sony themselves, even on their Twitter account, like on the PlayStation Twitter account, they even said, hey, Cyberpunk is returning to the PlayStation Store.
Right.
If you have a base model PS4, don't get it.
Then why re-release it?
If you have a PS4 Pro or a PS5, you should be safe. But if you have a base model PS4, this is not for you.
So that's basically say we gave up. We did as much as we could with it.
Yeah.
And then it's up to you. It's at your own risk.
If you want to, so a Digital Foundry did a new video on this new patch that just came out. It's patch 1.23 or something, and they compared like base PS4, Pro, and PS5, and it's better. It is better. They have fixed basically the crash, like where it's crashing all the time, but it still runs like crap. Yeah.
So not worth it to get on any of the last gen consoles at this point.
I wouldn't think so at all. So what's interesting is when they showed it running on the PS5, they upped the frame rate to 60, which is cool.
Yeah.
But it still has like just crazy texture popping all the time, and like
on the PS5.
Yeah.
But isn't the PS5 supposed to be like superior friggin' like
it
hard
is,
drive access?
But the game itself is just not optimized.
Wow.
Yeah. So like this is still we are still in play at your own risk.
So where is where is the best experience from right now on PC and Xbox Series X?
Interestingly enough, the best experience on this game is Google Stadia.
What?
Yeah.
How does that work?
What?
Yeah. Google Stadia's version of Cyberpunk has always been like the least crashy, buggy version.
How? We're gonna have to talk
Is
to some
Google paying them
developers.
for extra patches or something?
Yeah, like what the hell?
Yeah, Yogensha says, and he's absolutely right. This is why I haven't even bothered with it yet. He says I have a physical copy for $25, waiting on the PS5 upgrade. It is running in back compat mode on the PS5 and the Xbox. These are for the console crowd. This is still an Xbox One PS4 game. They're just running on a Series X or a PS5.
That's right, because you did mention like a couple of weeks ago that they were still working on a PS5 and Xbox Series X native game.
Supposedly, that's this summer.
Dude, double the chance to get your money with a YOLO friggin' roll out there? Like, I don't know. Like, that's pretty dumb.
Look, I got a GameFly account. When this thing ever releases, it's like I'll just GameFly it for the Series X and go from there and see what happens.
So I wonder if they're going to call that the definitive edition.
Yeah, who knows?
Cyberpunk 2077 definitive
edition,
meaning it's finished.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know. I mean, I think you're still going to see patches into this next year.
Yeah, so Yogensha says, even on my 3090, which is a beast of a card, the game runs kind of mediocre for what it's offering. And that's the PC version. That's no back compat nothing.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't know. I feel like those old mob movies where they're like, you could have been something. You know what I mean?
Could have been a contender.
Fuck, come on, man. This game was supposed to rock our world, kind of like Witcher 3, but that was...
I'm still waiting on like some next gen patches for Witcher 3 so I can actually see that game running like even better.
I mean, it looks good regardless, but I see what
The
you mean.
Witcher 3
4K.
The Witcher 3 is a good game.
Yeah.
It's good. Like I'm not saying it's not, it's just the console version is buggy still.
Right.
That's it. You know,
Gotcha.
like I would hope that there's still
seen the show, have you?
What's that?
The
What's
Witcher show.
Yeah. I still haven't seen the show now.
Oh, you still haven't seen the show?
No.
Bro,
Season
Netflix,
2's coming out
come
pretty
on.
soon as well.
I saw the announcement for season 2. Like, so Netflix did a whole thing for like E3, like a whole big, you know, hey, we're here for video games too. Let's talk about stuff. And they showed off like Witcher season 2, Castlevania season 4, the Resident Evil stuff that they're doing. It's like, it looks cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's, The Witcher, here's the thing. I've played all 3 Witcher games. They're good. I'm not saying they're bad games. I do not care about the story. Like, Witcher 3 was an awesome game. The story was awful. Like, I did not care at all what I was doing. I was just running around killing things because, like, that thing on the wall, that piece of paper said I need to go kill this witch.
Okay.
And it was like, that's why I did it. Actually, the Witcher's DLCs, I like Blood and Wine, I think it's called, and Hearts of Stone were like the 2 big DLC packs for Witcher 3. I thought their stories were way better than Witcher 1, 2, and 3.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Game of Thrones left a bad taste in my mouth at the very end of that season. Okay.
Don't remind me.
And Witcher was something familiar. No, I did not know the entirety of the story, but the Netflix series was great enough for me to appreciate the amount of quality that they put in on something that was literally a game, right? So when my wife and I are watching The Witcher 3 first season, she's watching it as a non-gamer, straight up. This is a TV show that she just knows that her husband's like nerdy over, right? But I tell you one thing, the way that they depict Yennefer in the very beginning of season 1, and I don't know if you know her from the game, Yennefer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Her
Yennefer of
backstory,
Vengerberg.
yeah, her backstory and everything just put me into the show even more. And I didn't even know anything about that. So
well, I mean, she's in like, but she's in Witcher 3, like all over it, and then she's like mentioned a lot in 1 and 2. Yeah.
So Yennefer, I mean, I don't know who knows the backstory, but I won't spoil it to her. For some reason, I don't know if it was expected or not, but she is so captivating in that show that I'm just like, yeah, I'm watching it for Yennefer. I don't watch it for anything else because that backstory is just so good.
I hated her character in the game.
Really?
So
wow.
Yeah. Wow. I basically broke up with her and macked on Triss the whole time.
The redhead.
Yeah. I was because Triss's character was just better. Like Yennefer was just this like bitch.
I think on Witcher, on the Witcher series, Triss is actually depicted by a black person. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mel. I think it's a black girl. They did kind of like a little swap out, but I'm like, this works. You clearly see something in the back of your head, and it has nothing to do with like any differences between like, hey, we just need you to like have continuity because it doesn't affect the story. But I was picturing,
but you are correct.
I was picturing Triss as Triss, like the way that the character was, but it works.
Who's the actress?
I can't remember who it was. But it just messes with my head like that because I'm like, wait, is this Triss or is this like a fake Triss? And they're gonna put the real Triss, kind of like that Marvel Iron Man, the Mandarin. How they kind of teased that the entire time. I was like, that's who you depict as the Mandarin. That's not even the same thing. But yeah, it was a good show. I'm waiting for season 2 so I can binge it with my wife. But yeah, it's a good show.
Anna Schaefer. Yeah.
Yep.
That's Triss in Witcher. So when you see her, you will realize, oh yeah, that's who I'm Mac on the game.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, found another.
Girl. I mean, yeah, if she does a good job in the show, that's cool. Whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's just her character. I thought was just better than Yennefer, and so that's why I just kind of went to her.
No. I don't know.
Yennefer didn't even show up until part 3, and it was like I had already been macking on Triss for 2 games.
Oh, so you already had that going on.
And then like Yennefer shows up, and it was like, oh, Geralt and Yennefer were a thing for decades, and it was like, yeah, she's just mean to me all the time. Like, all right.
Maybe I'm just a masochist like that. Like, hey, what up, girl?
Like,
I see that humpback that you got.
Like, why do I want to date look like some mean chick? You know, like screw that.
Speaking of that, Joel, have you even played Village?
No.
Resident Evil Village?
No. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I played the demo.
You played the demo?
Yeah.
But you haven't played the actual game?
No.
All right, then.
Sorry. Not my kind of game. They have first-person shooter, but not really.
I don't know. I'm just expecting, like, I know, like, since you're saying that.
Look, Mel, you're our horror game person.
Okay, I get it.
Because Clay, he's gonna be.
He's a wuss.
He's gonna be puckering butt the entire time, bro.
But I will watch her play it all day.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
And I will watch it during certain scenes. That was about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Village was okay.
Village is just its own thing. I really didn't get a lot of Resident Evil vibes out of it. But
it's its own thing, I'd say.
I think they kind of just went in a new direction. They were
they're like
Resident Evil needs to be like this now, and it was like, but you have like 20 years of it being like this, and they were like, yeah, this is the new Resident Evil, and it was like, cool. Can we go back to the old Resident Evil because that was better?
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like how middle-aged men kind of think it's going to be a smart thing to go buy something to like spice it up in the bedroom, and they're completely wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck, I shouldn't have bought that huge thing.
But I will say I would agree with you, Yogensha. Village is basically RE4 in first person,
Which was-
in my opinion.
I didn't mind that part of it. I thought, which we're gonna tangent here into Village real quick, but like I thought Village like all the RE4 callbacks it had, or kind of like influences you could say, I thought they were great.
Yeah.
And then there's just a bunch of really boring sections of the game, stuff that has like doesn't have any Resident Evil feeling at all. And then it's like, yeah, and I mean part of that game, and without spoiling anything, it's basically like you're playing Wolfenstein, which I love Wolfenstein games, but it's like
I see.
that's not what I want with my Resident Evil.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want Wolfenstein in my Resident Evil. I want Wolfenstein. I want BJ Blazkowicz like killing zombies or killing Nazis and zombies and robot dogs and all that stuff. I don't want that in Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Are you talking
know,
about that one part of the game
The entire factory.
or the entire? Okay,
The entire
I thought
factory.
you were
I
talking
was
about
like,
factory.
When I think Resident Evil, I think over the shoulder third person, right? I don't think the way that this Resident Evil came out, and even then, there was parts of Village that I was just like, yeah, this isn't Resident Evil at all. This is jump scares eventually, and just like you literally can walk around slow moving characters and just avoid them the entire time. It's like when I was a kid playing Resident Evil 1, granted I'm dating myself in that aspect where new mechanics are out there, but that essence is not there of scaring me into Village.
yeah, it wasn't that scary of a game, but going on your point about first person, like, or third person over the shoulder versus first person, I'll still say Resident Evil 7 was a great game, and it was way more Resident Evil than this was.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, Yogensha says, when I think Resident Evil, I think over the shoulder as well, and creepy houses and weird puzzles, some jump scares and random cheesy campy stuff. Yeah, that's what I think about. And I don't know if maybe they're just trying to tap on a new audience, but there's plenty of games like Village that I think that audience has already been tapped for, and you should just be doing more of your style Resident Evil, because Resident Evil is almost like its own category of things. There's been not a lot of games out there that replicate what Resident Evil has done, and the ones that haven't obviously stuck around.
Yeah.
So do what you do, boo.
All right, let's move on.
All right.
We're getting way too much off the tangent here.
The most
we all wanted Jill Sandwich.
Yeah.
By the way. Just-
The most exciting thing that you're gonna get this year, Overwatch crossplay. That's right. We're finally all able to play together, so long as you add your friends on that.
I didn't want to just like put this story in there because everybody should know that I'm a big Overwatch fan. But like, it's like, oh, Clay's going to start talking about fucking Overwatch or Yakuza or whatever again. But it's like,
fucking
we talked about this. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, so I was like, we might as well put it in there. Crossplay is live. You can now play console to PC.
Yeah.
It's like it is now a thing.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
So Clay actually stated, wouldn't it be cool if Overwatch finally got crossplay? And sure enough, like, what was it, like 3 or 4 weeks ago we were talking about it?
Yeah.
And sure enough, this gets announced, and I'm like, finally.
Yeah.
Finally, I can not have to show clips of what I was doing to Clay, where he's just like, yeah, we do that all the time. We're on Overwatch. I have an entire team. It's like, but I want to be on your team. Finally, it can happen.
We can do it.
Yeah.
We can jump on whenever you want.
And now we're gonna be getting like people in chat saying like, "Dang, these PC people are cheating."
Yeah.
No.
Like, no, we're just better.
I had a weird, which I get that. Like, I'm not going to complain if like, you know, some Widowmaker headshots me every 5 seconds. I get it. But it's like, I had a weird experience the other day. So by default, for us console people, like crossplay is enabled, but it's just for the console pool. So it's like PS4, Xbox One, and Switch gamers.
Yeah.
I did have a weird experience though. Yeah, like if we party up into like me on console, you on PC, once we party up, that now puts me into the PC pool.
Yeah, Yogensha, this is actually answering your question here. So what he's saying is all consoles are able to get in with together without doing this private.
Now,
not private
for
match,
rank.
Party.
For rank, it'll actually still matchmake like the way it always does.
Right.
So like I'm a silver, so it's going to put me with other silvers.
Right.
So so the rank has nothing to do with any of this. It's just increasing the amount of people that you can play with.
Right.
Yeah. But if you're a console player, by default, crossplay, if it's enabled, it only puts you with console people.
Right. You have to add your PC friends onto your party and then join a match that is crossplay enabled.
Yes.
Only for PC players.
Only for PC. So PC is still by itself. They're in PC land, and console people are all together now.
Yeah.
If I'm on the PlayStation version, so if I turn crossplay off, I'm just playing with PS4 people.
Right.
But if I turn it on, by default, it now opens up Xbox and Switch.
Right.
Then if me, Mel, and Joe party together, that throws me into the PC pool now.
But then
so basically that invites me into the PC world.
We're gonna be jumping onto some Overwatch matches later on. But the one thing that I want to check out is Switch players with PC players, and I'm just like,
what I'm curious about. Okay, and this is okay. So like I said, I had a weird experience the other day. Like on Wednesday night, me and my guys were playing, and we were like, hey, let's just try out this console crossplay thing. It was just us three. Like we're all three on. Technically, we're on PS5s, but it's the PS4 version.
Right.
So and when you queue up, it actually says console pool, and it's like cool. That's cool. Load or the wait time to get into a game 10 seconds. It was like, and then when we turned it off just to test it out, it was like 5 minutes.
Right.
So way faster getting into games, which is awesome. But there was a lot of people who were like really good, like a lot of headshots, a lot of a lot of fast deaths, things like that. And it's like, oh wow, like these Xbox, Switch gamers are actually really good. Cool. But then I now have like a chat feed at the bottom, which PC people are used to, console people are not. Normally, the only chat feed I see is people saying like need healing or group up.
Yeah,
or,
auto post,
yeah. And it's like, but no, I'm seeing messages like crazy now, and it's trolls, like you suck, we're the best, whatever, like
Clay's
racist,
bad.
homophobe stuff here, whatever. But I was like,
Clay's dumb.
How can they be typing when there's no keyboard support on console?
Actually,
like,
one thing I've noticed. Okay,
I thought keyboard support is available for consoles anyway.
I'm about to say, because if you go into buy a new keyboard or mouse, sometimes they'll say even on the box it can be put on your Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah. So the compatibility for QWERTY is there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that might
There
work.
is literally an article right as I Googled this, and it says Overwatch crossplay is cool. Now let me turn off chat. And if you look at my Twitter account, I sent that to Overwatch the other day. I was like, hey, how can I turn off chat? Because people are stupid.
Yeah. Well, welcome to keyboard and mouse.
Yes.
So I'm curious, if I plug in a keyboard into my PS5, will it let me chat?
Yeah, try it.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
So we can tell you how fat your mother is.
I mean,
she's not actually.
Joe, I was going to say,
a tiny lady.
you know my mom, and you know she's about this tall, and she weighs 3 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like,
I'm sorry, Mrs. Clay, Miss Mama Clay. But yeah, wife has a question here. So I have a question way out of left field, but it just popped up in my head like squirrel. Let me know when you're ready to hear it. And then because she has the attention span of a YouTuber, a teenage YouTuber, she said, you took too long now that COVID is kind of over. Are you able, Clay, gonna do in-person game news live every once in a while? I mean, I know Mel would still have to be virtual, lol, but was just curious. That's a very good question because I think Clay and I are vaxxed already.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you planning on moving into Las Vegas anytime soon?
I think if I look, I'm just right over the sand dunes, so.
It's like,
yeah.
I would have to drive like 4 hours to get to your house.
Ouch.
Yeah.
And then even if I decide to move closer, I would have to move my stuff, all my gear every single time to Clay's house, and that's not gonna work.
It doesn't have to be every week. Okay, lady, look, I know you're just dying to see me again. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Humble brag.
we'll get there. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yo,
all right.
Gensha,
How about
by the
this?
way.
How about
sorry.
this? There's a way to entice Clay to come on over. I just have to formulate it right, and it'll probably be like once every quarter.
Don't forget the chilies. What? What are you talking about?
Don't forget the ghost peppers. Oh god.
The ghost peppers. Oh yeah.
No.
Food, alcohol, or both. Both is required.
It would have to be both.
Yeah.
You are going to have to bribe me there. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
this is, if I'm driving 17 hours to get to your house, it's like, geez.
But yeah, that
I don't
would
like
be cool.
driving. I don't like driving to work, and that takes me 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, like I don't like driving, so it's like, man, you're gonna make me drive to freaking Utah to get to where you all live? Jeez.
Yeah.
Someone call it an Uber for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Uber is gonna be like $400, man. It's
Yeah.
gonna be crazy.
But yeah, that would be cool if we finally got back over to in person. It's just we're so far away from each other at this point. We'll figure
Yeah.
it out though. We'll do like a
I
special
love
episode.
I love the
Green
pandemic
screen.
lockdown virtual everybody. I love it. Like I don't have to actually see humans anymore.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Sweet.
so
Cool.
the only other idea that I had for the show is guest people who are able to like sit down on the couch over here and have a camera and a microphone, and we'll have them as a guest for the show. But I thought that would be cool, especially those who are on our chats. Like if you ever make it to Vegas and you want to be on the show, hit us up, because then we'll just put you in front of a camera over here.
If anybody comes to Vegas, that's easily I will come out there.
Yeah,
Like,
Cinderkin needs to make a comeback.
Cinder is look, he wants to be here.
He's popping.
Okay, like he wants to be here. He has a baby now, and Saturdays are like family stuff for him.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I get it. I get it.
Why can't that be for Sunday?
Yeah, but for vacations, screw that guy out of towners.
You know why, Joe? Because you're voluntarily leaving again. You literally just got back. You were supposed to be gone for 1 week. You made it 2 at the last second notice.
Yeah.
Now we're here, and now you're like, oh, by the way, I'm going to go miss the next 17 shows because
What
family
the hell?
crap.
It's just one.
All
It's
right.
one.
Until we find out, it's going to be more.
10 years from now, Joel's going to be like, man, we should start up Nerd Junkies again for the 8th time.
I take that really hard to the chest. Screw you guys. I'm out of here. No, I'm just playing.
All right.
All right. Did we get to talk about PAX? That it's coming
No,
No,
that's what
that
I
is
was trying to
next.
say.
back? Oh, okay.
That is next.
That was actually before the cross play situation.
No. Commands only, okay?
Excuse me?
How dare you? Yeah. Now I gotta find it in the damn histories. Damn it.
Okay, I'm just going to cut to the story then.
Yeah, go to the
Please
story.
do.
So PAX
close up
West
the thing.
is returning this year, but the big headline here is video game in-person conventions are coming back.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a big deal. Everything's been canceled for the past year and a half. So it's like, this could be a thing. Is E3 going to be in person next year? Is PAX West is going to happen? Is PAX East going to happen? Is Gamescom going to be a thing? Is Tokyo Game Show going to be a thing? Like, this could be the beginning of reopening conventions. Is Comic-Con going to come back? Like CES, like these are all big things now. Like this is like, I don't know. Like I have no interest in going to video game conventions anymore because they're terrible experiences. But like
now that we've had a taste of remote conventions that are just basically webinars.
Love it.
I'd
I
rather
will
do
take
that.
I will take a Nintendo Direct any day of the week.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna get the same amount of info, and I don't have to be in a room with 400 stinky people and wait in line for 20 hours.
Yeah, those are
It's
pretty
like
bad.
I'm good.
I'm
Let's do this.
The only other convention that I'm supposed to go to this year is Splunk. And Splunk
Okay.
is like a bunch of nerds into a room learning more Splunk stuff, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, yeah. Like you'll get you. So the thing is, people got sick at conventions even without the coof. Is that COVID? Yeah. People get sick all the time at conventions because
Yeah.
it's literally a billion people right next to each other, coughing and sneezing all over each other.
Yep.
It is gross.
yeah. And not
It's
everyone has the same hygiene principles as everyone else. So
yeah, not
This is with any convention.
yeah. Like I've been to a lot of them, and it's all a bunch of stinky people standing right next to each other, sneezing all over each other.
I've
It
only
is
ever been
gross.
one in my entire life.
yeah, that's kind of sad.
It is not fun.
Yeah. So
yeah,
cool.
but
I mean,
X-West, cool.
They
Yeah.
should definitely consider just keeping the broadcast up so that way we don't have to like actually go there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's cool if you want to go, if you want to risk it, have fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're going to get lots of like, here's what was shown off at PAX West, and here's an hour-long video.
Right.
Cool. I'm down.
All right.
You've heard they handed out free deodorant at one point.
Yeah.
And then people are like, what's this? Yeah. Right. Yeah.
All right.
They
So
don't even use the hotels.
Yeah.
so that's cool for PAX. But
Yep.
finally, we're gonna get a little bit of answers for what the hell Warhammer Plus is.
You remember when we were talking about this a few weeks
Yeah,
ago?
because we were like,
Yeah.
so what are you getting with Warhammer Plus? Because isn't this like a
Okay.
physical or a series
This
of
is-
like physical board games, and yet this is a subscription for something?
So Warhammer it's a universe, right?
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
like, and I've been speaking with people over the past week
Mhm.
who are Warhammer nerds.
Yes.
So I now have more of an understanding.
Yeah, the
so
finger
like
on the
remember,
pulse.
right there. Remember like a few weeks ago when I was like, I'm now thinking of that scene in Mallrats where it's like, here's you and here's you. Okay, so it's, no, it was okay. So or no, it wasn't Mallrats. It was like Jay and Silent Bob. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Banksy.
yeah. Banky Edwards.
Yeah.
So Warhammer's a universe, and you remember like a few weeks ago when we were like, what if this is just this colossal mammoth machine and we're just in the dark? Yeah, that's basically what's happening. There are like bajillions of people who are into this. Like there was so much interest in this that this is why they decided to make their own subscription. There are thousands of books, comic books, RPG games, like tabletop RPG games, tabletop campaigns. That's where you get the people with the figures who paint the figures and stuff like that.
There is a specific area in Barnes and Nobles or sometimes some libraries of just that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's like this is a huge thing, and this is like since I don't play this stuff, I'm just blind to it, right? Like I figured it was just more like D&D or Magic the Gathering or something like this, but this is its whole big thing. So Warhammer Plus is a subscription service. It's $6 a month or $60 a year. The people I've been speaking with are like, oh no, this is a yearly subscription, hands down. Like there's like no contest. You get 11 new shows. One of these is, as you saw right there, it's like experts on how they paint their figures and stuff. But yeah, it's like this article, if you click on it, it basically gives you their page on this. It's hobby shows. Apparently you get access to like the vault of like old Warhammer stuff that nobody's seen in ages. Premium access to like in-person events, discounts, the shows, tutorials, a free figure that's like exclusive to this, but apparently you can buy it elsewhere. I don't know. But I was like, this is crazy.
Bro, this is
like, yeah.
This is new levels of nerd.
Yeah, this is
point.
this is huge.
Because you
And I was
have
like, oh, wow.
you have a yearly subscription to something that is a universe,
Mhm.
but it's not necessarily tied down to like a piece of software or anything like or a game or nothing like that. This is RL expansion packs, season passes. This is real life season passes right here.
Yeah. Yogincha
Wow.
says the only Warhammer thing I've played is a 40K FPS game in like 2005. It was not great. Cool yellow gun though. If you remember, like 2 weeks ago, we were talking about that Necromunda game, which is like that game that looks like Doom.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which there's a guy I work with who's going to be playing it this weekend. I was like, please let me know how that is. And so like on Monday, he'll probably update me on that. But yeah, it's like, yeah, Warhammer's it's a thing. It's like Lord of the Rings. It's just this huge universe that like has millions of people who are into it.
Yeah.
It's like
But
cool.
you're just getting content from several different delivery systems, right? You're getting physical content, you're getting digital content, games, apps.
And that's the thing. And what I don't know yet, and I don't know if it's in the article or not, is how it's distributed. Is it an app? Do you log into a website? Like, how do you access this stuff?
I would think it'd just be like one website where you sign up, do a yearly subscription, and then you just give your address and they send you the physical stuff throughout releases.
The physical stuff, absolutely. But like those 11 shows that are like exclusive to this.
I don't
They
even
might
know.
have their own app, possibly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Their own
Like, is it only available through the app? Is there a website? Because if this is exclusive content, it's not going to be on YouTube.
Well, look
right?
at how DC did theirs. They have a specific DC like content delivery service, right? So it seems like it's not very hard to start your own content delivery service channel or anything like that. Sounds like a yearly loot box, but only for one universe. I mean,
if you're a big fan of this,
that universe is pretty big. So
yeah, it's huge. So I mean, like, good for you all, Warhammer fans.
Yay!
You know, like, cool. I'm happy for you guys.
I'm the type of guy who couldn't ever get into D&D, but Warhammer Online was pretty fun. But that was about it. Like, that's as far as I got.
I thought Warhammer Online was a cool, like, Warcraft competitor, you know, and it only lasted like 2 years, and because nobody played it.
Yeah, it was fun though.
It was fun.
Yeah. All right, let's get on to the next big news. I don't know if everybody's
techie news.
Yeah, techie news. I don't know if anybody's ready for this yet, but I mean, we kind of knew it was coming, even though it's Windows 10 was supposed to be the last one, right?
That was my first thought. Was like, when Windows 10 had released, didn't they advertise it as the last OS that Microsoft was going to make, and they would just keep adding on to Windows 10?
Yeah.
So, and also, I know a lot of people who are like, that's kind of soon, isn't it? No, Windows 10 has been around for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, like just because your company didn't
2016.
upgrade. Yeah, like Windows 10's been around for a bit. Like your company should have upgraded a long time ago.
Yeah. I don't know. Yogencha says he's not ready. It looks like a bit sterile.
Yeah.
I'm ready for something new, but only because I'm a techie like that, who just has to get into the latest technology and see how it works out and find all the bugs and things that I don't like about it to turn them off in a registry editor.
Yeah.
That's usually how I am. But
I need to know what new ways and new things I can learn to help me PowerShell out all the crap I don't want to see.
All the crap, what is it, the customer experience program that was built into Windows 10 to give you advertisements of stuff. All that stuff I shut down for Windows 10. But Windows 11 is starting to look like it's going to be a de-bloated version with just some extra stuff. Because if you notice, none of the screenshots here that they show, and even from the leaked release that was out, has no like, hey, check out Candy Crush, or if you'd like to download your Adobe products, go to UWP, and it's already on your start menu. None of that stuff is here. Only anything that is installed on your stuff, which is great because I support a lot of people, including my parents and my family members. I'm like, if this thing can simplify all that crap and I don't have to tell them like how to get to control panel on the new Windows 10, that'd be great. Because I'm tired of having to like quick assist into their laptops every single time just to get them to understand something. No offense to people who can't learn that kind of UI, but it's kind of been out for like 30 years now.
Yeah.
No offense to anyone. It does look sleek. I don't know how I feel about it looking more Mac the older that it gets.
It's very Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also looking like Chrome if some people have Chromebooks and stuff like that, which I do as well.
It's very sleek. Like it would fit with it would fit with the Surface aesthetics. Like if you put this on a Surface, it makes sense, right? You have all the touch controls and everything that's on there. It's going to be a lot easier to resize your windows. The one thing that I was really interested on was the DirectX 12 like direct hard drive implementation that Xbox has to be able to load your stuff faster while skipping your CPU. It goes straight, your hard drive, your new age hard drive like a NVMe or something like that, gets read off directly from your graphics card. So that way it's not even utilizing your CPU. It's just reading all that, like, you know how you get pop-ins in like Cyberpunk 2077? No longer an issue in direct access. So that's the only real thing I was excited for. If it can be installed without any bloatware, that's all I want. That's all I care about. But Dark Zero has said, yeah, I'm probably going to download it when it's released on and put it on a virtual machine before I put it on any hardware. And that's a really safe thing to do. Yeah. Make sure that you like it before you upgrade, because I believe right now they're promoting it as a free upgrade. You just have to download this like Microsoft upgrade assistant advisor or something like that, and it'll tell you, yeah, you're ready.
They had the same thing for 10 also.
Yeah.
None of that stuff. Like, everybody was afraid that it will require like a TPM 2.0, but I think today it was debunked that you don't need that. So it'll work just fine. I do like the multi-monitor stuff that they were talking about, and then the new Snap Grid thing was actually kind of cool.
I thought that was really cool. Yeah. They had a lot of cool stuff in here. Like, I'm not going to say anything, but also like they also were touting like multiple desktops.
Yes.
And it's like,
nobody's ever used that.
That's currently a thing. You guys can do that now. It's like,
unless there's some sort of different way where it's just like, instead of just adding more panels and you're just basically sliding left or right, if there's a way to like, when you're in this mode, things change, like your power settings or something like that, that would make sense to me. Like, if I'm on creator mode on my PC, on my multi-monitor system, and I just swap over to creator mode and things change where I don't get notifications, I don't get distracted because I'm in creator mode, that makes sense. But just to have more panels where I just slide left or right, that's been there since like Vista. You know what I mean? That's not new. But yeah, I think it's going to be cool. I don't know how everybody else is going to feel about it. For enterprise users, it's probably going to be another year and a half before your IT department even knows about Windows 11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm looking at I'm just Googling around real quick, trying to find like when it's releasing, and all it says is like late this year.
Yeah. Yogensha asked, I wonder if it's better or worse for game performance and older software compatibility. Older titles might become a problem. I don't think you're going to see a compatibility problem if it works in Windows 10. I think they did a really good job with Windows backwards compatibility, that they're just adopting whatever Windows 10 was capable of doing and just enhancing it instead of taking away things. What I did read is that 32-bit applications are still going to work. You cannot run a 32-bit version of Windows 11. There is no Windows 11 32-bit no more.
They're getting
finally.
Yeah, so that's gone now. So if you're still holding on to anything 32-bit compatible on your old machine, why? Why? I know the pandemic and the chip shortage has been out there, but please, for the love of God, give me your address and I'll send you something.
Fire up a VM of XP 32-bit or something. You know, like, just get. Nobody should be running 32-bit OS anymore. Like,
so Yogensha also says, I wonder if it's better or worse for gaming performance. Linus actually did a video on YouTube. You can go check it out, where he put it on a virtual machine, but not the way that you think, not like a hypervisor. He put it on a Linux virtual machine that takes full advantage of all the hardware on there to get past the like lock on Windows 11 for you not to run it on bare metal. And he actually said the performance was comparable, and that's even a leaked version of that. Yeah. So if it gets better, that's great. The other thing that you mentioned here is Android APKs. We were talking about that before the show even started. I'm like, wait a second. So Android APK or Android app are going to be able to run on Windows 11.
Which is awesome.
Great.
Yeah, that's
Finally,
awesome.
I can view my cameras from my Wise cams on my PC without having to emulate something or remote into my phone or whatever.
Phone, yeah.
But the problem is that they mentioned through Amazon store.
Yeah, the Amazon App Store,
I was
which
like, what?
is not the same thing as Google Play.
No.
If you've ever it is two completely different storefronts. That technically Amazon runs on Android because Android's an open source thing,
Right.
but it's like they are not the same.
So
So I was kind of like, oh, that's awesome. Oh,
yeah,
why? Why?
and not just that, but why Amazon? Can someone explain that to me? Like, what does Amazon do special on their end that you thought, hey, we're going into this new direction, let's go with a potential competitor?
Yeah.
You corner the market in PC, and you just have to make apps for them, and then Umbrows and Yogensha, they paid them big money.
It's all that
possible. Yeah,
Could have been that. But yeah,
that could have been a big, huge deal.
But yeah, like if you can log into, like if it was Google Play and you just like, hey, here's the Android launcher built-in app on Windows 11.
Right.
You just log in with your Google account and it's like, boom, here's your app library.
Right.
Go nuts.
Right.
Like that would have been awesome.
I just don't know how I feel. I mean, everybody that I know has Amazon Prime.
Mm.
I mean, there's very few people that don't have it. Mel, do you have Amazon Prime?
Yes, I do.
It's like having Netflix now. It's like you're born, here's a social security number and 3 free months of Netflix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's how that feels now.
That's what's gonna happen. I guarantee you, that's what's gonna happen probably in 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want Prime, that's an extra $15 on your medical bill when you take the baby home. Enjoy.
Yeah.
They come with a free account. But okay. At this point, those who don't have Amazon Prime, I would see as this something bothering you if it requires an Amazon account. I'm sure it will somehow, some sort of integration or link.
Amazon accounts are free.
Right.
Okay.
But at the same time, is Amazon now going to be kind of like how Samsung boosts all of Microsoft Office products now on their phones?
Mm.
It's the same thing with Samsung now, kind of promoting Windows, because I can only assume that because Amazon lost the government cloud contract, that you might as well join them. Remember back then when they were doing like a big huge lawsuit about how Microsoft won with Azure of doing the government contract, and then Amazon was like, no, we're gonna sue you guys. And I was just like, well, if they get too big and they got the contract, you might as well join them and then just assimilate.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. We'll learn more as it becomes released. But this is exciting for me. But at the same time, I'm very wary of new OSs hitting the streets and immediately adopting them. I'll probably install it for all my kids, just so they can get used to it and tell me
I'm gonna get it just so I can learn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're excited, let us know. If you're worried, tell us why, because I don't know what I can grab off of this presentation, but it was okay when it was actually the screen. Clay says that it was a little hard to watch when it was people talking.
That was painful. That whole 45-minute presentation they did, it's like the main guy, his name was like Panos something.
Yeah.
And it was like, it is the cringiest presentation I've ever seen in my life. And I regularly watch like the Apple stuff too, because I support Apple products at my job.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it was like everything this guy talked about, it was like, I don't know if Microsoft was like the PR people or the image consultants were like, we need to stress like humans and feelings and families and all that stuff, because everything and I'd have to find the line. Me and Joe were laughing about this earlier before the show. It was like there was a part where he was showing off the start menu. If you guys haven't seen it yet, the start menu has moved to the middle of the screen.
Yeah.
Like the dock on the Mac OS. And it's like we move the start button to the center because it puts you in the center of your life.
Right.
And it was like, are you fucking kidding me with this? Like
there was another one.
You want to be like Mac. I get it. Mac is popular. I get it. You know, like you just want to look like a Mac. Why? What is this? Or like, and when he was talking about Teams integration, and it was like, now we're going to talk about how bad the pandemic was and how you miss your families for a while, and that's why Teams is here. And it was just what? Dude. Talk about technology.
Yeah.
What are you even talking? And yeah, like over half of that presentation, I'm just tapping on the right arrow on my keyboard so I can like fast forward it just to get him off the screen. And then whenever it like stop, oh, okay, hey. And then video games. Sarah Bond from Xbox. Cool. No. You tell me about Xbox. And then he shows up again. Tap 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 tap. And I'm just like, God, this is the worst.
So my wife says, because old people can't find it in the corner. Look,
yeah,
she's absolutely right. When I say start menu to my mom, she doesn't know what the hell that is, even though I've said it like 50,000 times.
Okay.
You can show them 500 times and they'll
think about it this way. Yeah, but think about it this way. Old people can't find it in the corner. You say you want them to hit the start button. Okay, what's it look like? It looks like the Windows logo. What's that look like? It looks like 4 squares. Okay, if you look to your bottom left of your screen, do you see 4 squares? Yes.
Yes.
Now you're going to be like towards like look middle and then go down. Oh, I see Edge to the left of that. Outlook to the left of that. Excel to the left of that. Teams to the left of that. Oh, there's the 4 squares. Oh, okay. It's like no. Bottom left, easy.
You would think at this point in time in this generation, people know what Windows logo looks like.
Yeah, but we're talking about like when you're supporting your parents.
I know.
To me, it's easier just to say corner. Look right there.
Oh, pop culture.
To the left, to the left.
To the left.
Yeah. Like, to me, it's like this bottom middle thing, cool. You want to be like a Mac doc. I get it. Cool.
Everything
but, like,
you want is down to the left.
Yeah. Yeah, or what Yogen just said, or just hit the, like, look at your space bar, and then 2 over, hit that button.
Do you see your control button? Yeah, the one on the right? No, Mom. The
one
on the left.
No.
Please.
The one on the left. Oh, and God forbid you ever mention a backslash.
I love you, Mom.
No.
I love you. I really do. I'm not mad.
We love our parents.
Yes.
But sometimes
it's just hard sometimes because I'm just like, we're born like this, knowing this stuff now.
Yes.
Yeah. All
anybody out there? Anybody out there who wants to be an IT person? Patience.
You know our pain.
Patience.
Yeah.
It's the top thing you need.
I have seen my fair share of Clay hand palming his face time and time again. Yeah. It was pretty bad. All right, so let's move on to the next one.
What was that? Oh, hold on. That's interesting. Let me hold on 2 seconds. Mute. Okay, so let's try to figure this out. Okay.
I think there's, whenever I talk about like being an IT support and help desk, you have your regular voice, you have your angry voice, and then you have your help desk voice, which is usually 2 octaves higher. Mm-hmm. It's like, man, this motherfucker is calling me and shit. I bet you anything's going to be for a password reset. Hi, hello, welcome to, thank you for calling IT service. What can I help you with? Password for my check?
Password?
Oh, you mean you need a password? Yes. All right,
yes.
Well, if only somebody developed a password reset that you understood and wrote down every single time.
Do you see the start menu at the bottom? No.
No.
Password.
Password. Password. And no, we're not being racist. That is literally our phone calls back then.
It was, yeah, that's what we got all the time.
Yeah, it didn't matter. It wasn't just like one demographic. It was everyone like that.
It's just customer service in general.
Yeah.
The worst.
All right, let's go on to the next one because this is our last one. Mel, correct me if I'm wrong.
This is the last one.
Yes, okay. It is.
All righty. So remember that awesome Goldeneye remake that was being done by some fans, and we didn't know when it was going to happen.
Well, okay, this is what this is right here. Okay, so there was Goldeneye Remake, which was on the Xbox 360. Not that one. What this actually happened, and it happened like a month or 2 ago or something like that. And I actually played it. It's really cool. Far Cry 5. once you play enough into Far Cry 5, it unlocks what's called the arcade. And what the arcade is, you can build your own Far Cry 5 levels. And it was really cool. And because some dude basically recreated GoldenEye 007 within Far Cry 5.
Amazing.
And it was awesome. And if you YouTube it, it shows the videos. And it's really cool looking. I borrowed my buddy's copy of Far Cry 5 on the PlayStation, and it takes like an hour or so, 45 minutes to an hour to get to where you can unlock the arcade. Mm-hmm. I just burned through that real quick, and then I downloaded some of the GoldenEye levels. I got to play a few of them. I knew I wanted to get that out of the way because I was like, these things are going to be removed any day now.
Yep.
And so, yeah, this dude spent like 2 to 3 years on it, like custom making all these levels. And and then MGM, who owns the rights to James Bond currently, it's about to be sold to Amazon, basically stepped in and told Ubisoft, yo, that looks a lot like that video game based on our property. See ya. And Ubisoft had to rip apart all the games.
Yeah.
Which
I think if you hear about the entire story, Yogensha was like, Kotaku made a big article on it. The moment that it hit like some big publications was when all of a sudden it was in front of MGM because they got a complaint from something else, or they got an email from somebody else, and they were like, "Oh man, this has to be taken down and whatnot." But if you take a look at the video that's in front of you, it's like,
look at this. Isn't this cool?
Yeah.
This is like the first level of GoldenEye, like the dam, completely done in Far Cry 5 by some just modder dude using the tools, and this worked on the consoles as well. Like I played it on the PlayStation.
So when does this become intellectual property, and when does it just become parody? Because you have to take a look at it. None of the assets are originals. None of them were used by N64. They weren't used by any of the GoldenEye remakes. All this stuff lives inside of Far Cry.
Yeah, these are like the rock and the mountain assets from Far Cry 5.
Yeah. Everything else here is just because it's very common to find these kind of textures, so you're gonna see them. Not everything's a 1-for-1, but it's close, right? So how can you say intellectual property without it actually being your original work?
To me, this complaint from MGM doesn't really make sense. So I was like,
because they have the legal power and you're just the modder with no lawyer, it's like,
well, that's the thing. Ubisoft pulled the plug on this, and normally you would just be like, Ubisoft is the worst and all that, but no, this is actually MGM doing this. So like Ubisoft basically, I think they just didn't want a lawsuit or anything, so they were just like, all right, just pull it. So they looked bad, but in all fairness to them, this was MGM's fault.
Does anyone
I did play this.
See like an opportunity to really gain some followers here and be like, yeah, we're gonna let you have it. If anything, we'll help you out with whatever original designs that we have just to get you to go and play. Who's gonna have Far Cry 5 at this point in time, right? Like, where are you losing money? If anything, you're gaining followers.
Yeah, like if you show people that Far Cry's in-game arcade editor can do this, you might get like 1 million more people who jump in and go, oh man, I have a great idea for a level.
Yeah.
And they'll buy the game just to get to this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like, so I was just kind of like, come on, MGM. Like, I'm a lifelong James Bond fan, but you guys are kind of doing us cold right now. 1, for this. 2, you've already delayed the movie, the new movie, No Time to Die, 4 times because you won't release it on streaming. It has to be in theaters.
Did they finally get a date?
Yeah, it's like this November.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, just put it on Hulu or something. Like, who cares? Like, whatever. But no, they're like, no, it has to be in theaters. Yeah, so it's like, whatever.
Yeah. The guy will release it under a different title. I wonder if that will be enough.
So the guy said he because he designed all this stuff, or he used their engine. He says he still has all the source files for this. So like apparently on the PC version, when you're like creating all this, you can like just kind of back it up. So he says he still has all of it. He's kind of just scared to put it back out anywhere because it'll just happen again. But yeah, I was like, if you look, these are really cool. What was kind of funny about it, I don't know if anybody else had a chance to play this. There's no music because that's copyrighted material. Yeah. Right? And so it's like, there's no music. But what was really funny about it is like, it uses Far Cry 5's enemies So like, even though they're dressed like, like USSR soldiers and stuff like that, because that's what GoldenEye had. It's like they still use like all the voice lines from Far Cry 5, which are just like a bunch of redneck dudes.
So it doesn't fit.
So it's like, because Far Cry 5 was that like cult out in the hills, that you're trying to take down. So it's like I'm running around and they're like, "You come out here, Missy, we're gonna take you down."
I mean, if he didn't put like GoldenEye and like put like some really outrageous name for it, they wouldn't think it's GoldenEye. They would think it's like it's a entirely different game that's similar to the levels in GoldenEye.
I'll tell you one thing right now. Change just the enemies to wear like some redneck stuff, and then just change the mountains to not have snow. There you go. You're out of
exactly.
So what I was thinking, and this is like, if you all ever played this, like Rare, who made GoldenEye, on the N64, they also made Perfect Dark.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the original levels that they did, not the ones that Nintendo helped design or anything like that, but like there was a handful of original Rare levels that they took out of GoldenEye and put into Perfect Dark as well, but they just had different colors. It was like all the walls look different, all the floors look different, and it was like, why don't you just do that?
Yeah. By the way, I don't know if anybody's watching the video in front of this right now, but wasn't this that little island that nobody could ever get to?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Like,
well done,
like this was an area that was not released or something like that. It was completely cut.
Well, you can only see it. I think there was like a fog or something like that. You can only see it by.
You can see it with a sniper rifle.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I wonder if you can ever get over there.
Technically, there is a way to like glitch to it, but there's just nothing there. It's like
it's
it's like you can just stand on it. Yeah.
That's cool though that this guy was just like, everybody wanted to know what was over there, so I just made something, and there you go.
But yeah, no. So
service.
sucks for MGM for kind of messing this up for everybody. But like this was such a cool idea, like this, and it looks awesome.
Yeah.
I got to the very end of this damn level twice, and I died both times because I don't know if it just uses like Far Cry enemy placement physics or something like that. Right. The enemies basically infinitely respawn.
Oof.
Yeah, so it's like anytime I would get right to the one time I died right before I was jumping off the dam, and then and another time because it uses Far Cry's like game physics in 007, like the one on the N64, all you have to do is just run off the dam.
Yeah.
And then it's like the game ends at that point. Like it fades to black, and then it shows a cutscene.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this one, you have to like rappel down the dam. So it's like I got to the end of it, and then it was like press X to do, or square to like rappel, and then I was like okay, and then your guy you turns around and you like start going down the mountain, and then I got shot as I was going down the mountain.
Maybe because there's no like real mechanic for them to start there's no real mechanic between that and falling off the thing to start some sort of like what would it be like a cutscene.
Yeah, but like when I died trying to rappel down this thing, I was like, okay, we're done here. But
you've reached the end.
Yeah, I was like, I'm good. But yeah, it was really cool just to see all this stuff because like I was a huge fan of GoldenEye. Like I still hope for that Xbox 360 remake. Like that would be awesome.
I mean, just look at the marvel that it is that all the assets that were in the game were used just to recreate this whole thing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So kudos to that guy.
Kudos. All right.
Change the textures and you're good.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's the last bit of our Game News Live articles. We were going to talk about anything substantial or anything that we wanted to talk about for E3 at the very end of it, unless nobody else had anything. But Clay, do you have anything that you wanted to touch up on E3? I mean, everything that has been said.
Yeah, if you have not caught up on E3 stuff, Microsoft did awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo did pretty good. Devolver Digital knocked it out of the park once again.
Right.
With their just crazy ass shows that they always put on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There was, because this if you all remember, like Summer Game Fest was running at the same time. So in between E3 and Summer Game Fest stuff, there was like infinite amounts of indie showcases.
Yeah.
So if you're like an indie games fan, there is more than enough content there. It was really cool. I do want to mention one game, and I didn't put it in the game news because it's not really new, or like it isn't out yet, but it was announced like a long time ago.
Okay.
If you look at this game, Joe, real quick, I was listening to Game Over's podcast the other day.
Yeah.
So Wasabi's like other guy, his name's Rick, and he brought this game up, and Wasabi and I like I was just chatting with them on Twitch like while they were doing their show, and I was like, holy crap, what is this? The game is called Spectre, and it's so if you Google like Spectre game 2021, it's you can wishlist it on Steam because every game has that now. If you YouTube this or Google it,
I see.
It's on Steam, right?
it is on Steam.
It
So
is.
not
But
really
there's
a
also
game.
like 1,000 games on Steam called Spectre, so you kind of have to find the right one.
Here, let me see if this is it.
SPECTRE.
Yeah.
Is this it?
If this might be it. Yes, this is it. This company, and I forgot what they were called, starts with an S.
Symbiosis. Or
Symbiosis Games. Spectre is basically they're making their own Spies versus Mercs Splinter Cell multiplayer.
Oh, what's up?
And I was like, I freaking love Splinter
What?
Cell's multiplayer, man. Like, this needs to happen. This needs to be a thing. And I even hit him up on Twitter, and I was like, can you guys bring this to console, please? Because I really want to play that.
It's out on
and,
PC right now?
No, it's like
Mhm.
wish listing on Steam right now.
Oh, wow.
But it's basically a brand new Spies versus Mercs game. And I was like, that multiplayer mode was so damn good. Like, this needs to happen.
Dude. Yeah, you definitely get like a Splinter Cell feel.
Mhm.
But obviously they needed
But
to
yeah,
add more
like-
dots on their faces.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. But yeah, like that guy, like I said, like on Game Over, so which I think they're live on Twitch right now if you want to go check them out. But it was like that dude Rick brought it up, and instantly I was like, wait a minute. And then Wasabi was like, this looks kind of like Splinter Cell. And I was like, oh my God, I'm totally YouTubing this right now. This is the greatest. So I hope
this
this
looks
comes to
awesome.
consoles because I really want to play that.
Symbiosis Games.
Yeah. I really, really, really want to play that.
I'm going to add it to my wish list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it comes to consoles.
Yeah, that's
But
cool
yeah.
though.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to mention that because Spies versus Mercs is great.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Cool beans. All right. Well, Mel, do you have anything you want to add for this week?
Aside from like a couple of games which I am excited for on E3, but Redfall is one game I'm definitely excited for.
Game Pass.
Redfall. What-
Redfall is that 4-player vampire game.
Mm-hmm.
It was at the very end of Microsoft. It's something that Arcane is working on right now.
Oh, yeah. It
Which,
was-
interestingly enough, they said, even though it looked like it would be kind of like a Back 4 Blood type game, right?
Mhm.
Because there was like 4 people in there and hordes of monsters and stuff like that. They say it's an open world adventure game.
Wait, what?
And I was like, that's kind of weird because that's
How
not
does
what
that
the
work?
trailer showed off at all.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah.
Yeah, this one. This one.
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
here.
That's it.
Yeah. Which it was all cinematic. There was no like in-game or anything on this.
Yeah.
But
But it definitely give you that Left 4 Dead feel. It was
it
just
totally, yeah, Left 4 Dead, Back 4 Blood. It totally looked like maybe this is their take on that kind of thing. But yeah, it's like, but then they said, oh no, this is like an open world game. And I was like, oh, you should have had a trailer showing that, you know? Like,
yeah.
yeah, not 4 people fighting off a bunch of monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Cranky Pants asked, well, what did you guys buy off of the Steam sale? Probably nothing that we already had.
Yeah.
I didn't buy any, well, I don't PC game, so I didn't buy anything, but yeah.
Yeah.
I have not bought anything since Resident Evil. That's about it.
Yeah. Which reminds me, I got to install Steam again because I formatted.
Yeah.
But
Zero's asking if the free Sonic Mania, so Epic Game Store this week has Sonic Mania and
Mhm.
Horizon Chase Turbo. Does it have online co-op? I don't know.
yeah, I think I think Cranky asked me to buy something, and I can't remember what it was, and I said I was gonna buy it.
Okay.
Cranky, if you remember which one that was, so I can just grab it real quick if it's still on sale. Outriders. Oh yeah, that's right. That's also a cross play, right?
It
Yes,
is crossplay, yeah. It's
What
not
is-
cross chat, but it's crossplay.
We have Discord for that crap. We don't.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. We have Discord.
We don't.
The
do
guys
none
I
of
play
that.
Outriders with have been like, they're like, the guys I play Outriders with also play Overwatch with, and they're just like, they're still grinding it out in Outriders. I haven't played it in like 3 weeks now.
Wow.
But yeah, they're still in it. They're like max level, max everything, and I was like, oh yeah. What's up, BK? Oh shoot, you're live. I thought GNL got canceled. Yeah, Joe. Guess what,
I'm
BK? It
logging into
didn't.
Steam.
It didn't get canceled this week,
Exactly. That was last week.
Yeah.
and the week before, and next week.
No, 2 weeks from now, Clay.
I
2 weeks from now.
apologize for everyone for having a social life. Okay.
You don't have a social life. You have a family life.
Yeah,
That's
but
two completely different
it's-
things.
That is two completely different things. I enjoy having my family life for being a parent.
Well, that's your fault.
Notice how my wife still creeps in this chat room just to make sure.
I'm waiting.
I
for
enjoy going outside with my family to hot places that make me sweat uncomfortably. Why anyone would choose non-air conditioning places?
Show us your
I will never know.
teleprompter.
I love
Yeah.
everything that I do outside of my house.
Joel,
Hmm?
blink twice
yes.
if you are okay.
Exactly.
I never learned to read.
Is that true?
I'm just
Yes, everything
wondering.
except the reading part.
Joel, are you sure you don't have a gun to your head?
Exactly.
If
Okay,
I
so
do this, just call 911.
Beep beep beep
So-
beep.
so
shit.
are you going to want to play Overwatch later today?
What?
Overwatch.
Let me ask the general if
Yeah.
we have anything going on today. I don't think we have anything going on today. Honey, do we have anything going on today? Do I have something that I need to do? She's on the spot now.
Yeah, whatever.
Feed me first, then you can do whatever you want. Yeah!
Yeah. Noise.
Fuck yes.
Two.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to go grab a funnel real quick. I'll be right back.
To the taco.
Un taco. All right. So for everyone, we're going to be playing some Overwatch possibly later. I don't know what you got going on after this.
I have nothing happening after this.
All right. So let me hit you up.
Depending.
I'm gonna try to
Oh.
buy Outriders right now if it's still on sale. Nobody
Mhm.
said if it was still on sale or not.
I saw it on Steam. It was promoting it.
It's
I don't know
30.
how
It's $38.99.
too much.
Did Andre Cranky Pants buy it, or is he just wanting to live vicariously through my spending habits?
Hmm.
He's like, I need you to buy it so you can share it to me on Steam. Duh. Like,
Oh, that would be a genius thing of him to do. Hella cheap.
yeah.
19. Yeah, there we go. All right. Outriders. Fantastic. Got the demo. 35% off. All right. So he says, if you buy it, I will buy it. So I can play it by myself. Since you'll buy it and only play it for 2 hours, because that's the only amount of time you're allowed to play. You know, my wife is here in the chat rooms, right?
She said once she is fed.
So we need to. Okay, so at some point, if you want to play Outriders, we could play that. We need to play Overwatch, and we need to finish Gears 4.
Yeah. Roasting hours tonight is right, Yogenja. Fuck.
Mhm.
All right, so the dirtiest thing you can do is me buy it, and then you'd be like, I can't buy it. But then I have Clay to play with at this.
Wait a
point.
minute. Oh wait, no, it's not on Game Pass for PC. Never mind. Okay.
No,
So
it's
wait,
only
so
for
you don't have it?
consoles. It's
I was
only Game
like-
Pass is only for Xbox free.
Yeah.
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 I got it on PC and PS5. Jeez, that's twice bought. We can play with
We can play-
Clay's filthy hands. Ugh.
Hey, I've got it on PS5. It's ready to go. It's installed and patched and all that stuff.
I don't know. Let me run this. Let me run this through the financials. Babe, can I buy $38.99
She
worth
said,
of
"Just
a game?
get it. Do 3 hours."
And you'll be one up on him. Nice.
I mean, she knows what's important to me.
You're 3090.
All right, purchase for myself. All right, we're gonna play some. Let me preload Overwatch, and
Let me know whatever you want to play.
yeah, I'm probably just gonna
I
grab
am
some
I am
food real
chilling.
quick.
Yeah.
Maybe if I wake up early enough, which I doubt.
Yeah, you gotta go to sleep, right, Mel?
Yeah. Hopefully only 8 hours and not
Mm,
20.
all right. Well, let's get
Okay.
out of here then. I will talk to y'all later. See you on Overwatch. If you guys want to, would Overwatch make me dizzy? Yes.
Can you play shooters in general? Like, can you play FPS at all? Like Doom or any other shooters?
Who would be a good character for her to main? That doesn't
Bastion.
require.
There is no answer because everybody. It's like that's the beauty thing of Overwatch. Everybody kind of sinks into their own character that they just click with, right?
Yeah. My
Yeah.
wife could be a pocket healer the entire time.
True.
So I could just have like Mercy, just like, hey, you follow me and only me. All
Look.
these people don't matter.
Look, if you want, okay, I'm a Mercy main myself, but if you want to pass that off, I'll just back up heal. Like as that's happening.
No.
You'll do Lucio? Or
No,
No?
I don't play Lucio. No,
You don't
but
do this?
yeah, no. For a group heal like that, it would probably just be Moira, just to be able to paint as many people as possible. But yeah,
She's gonna be a Widowmaker? Oh, no, I don't think that'd be good.
We'd have to actually get her a PC that's worth a damn.
yeah.
Well, Overwatch isn't that like graphic intensive.
She
No,
has
it's
a
not.
laptop. That's not a Surface. That was released before Clay's Surface.
Ooh.
At least has Radeon graphics, but
Right?
she just
Which
wanted to work off
Radeon?
of it. I'm not good under pressure. It's all right.
Well, Overwatch is also like a going on 6-year-old game, so
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
play it on like low, it's the graphic quality is not going to change that much.
I think I think she would be great if she just mained Mercy for a little while until she got like
More comfortable.
more comfortable with the controls, and then be like,
Yeah.
okay,
Mm.
and then she's just wrecking fools headshots left and right with Hanzo. Oh
Without-
shit!
yeah.
Oh God, not Hanzo.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get out of here. I'm gonna download all this stuff. I just bought Outriders for 30 something. And now I gotta spend my Steam points and get some cool little frames for my profile pictures. Yeah, those are cool, right? People like them.
I use a free one that Sega gave me like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, sure.
Every time I buy a game, I get a bunch of points.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never do anything with them.
Yeah, I've done a whole bunch of stuff with them. But all right, if anybody wants to join, hit us up on our Discord because we're gonna be playing some Overwatch. I might stream it later on, and then we'll just have like a community night, and then just play some games.
Cool.
Let me know when you're ready.
All right, I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Fun.
Later,
All right.
everyone. Thanks for
Bye,
coming.
everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out.
Yay! Another show. We will be back 2 weeks from now.
Is it 2
Says
weeks?
Joe. Says Joe.
Yeah. Sorry.
And then 2 weeks from now, he's going to be like, sorry, guys, I got to cancel. We're still in California.
Sorry.
Gotta go.
Sorry.
Sorry. I know I said I'd be back, but I'm not.
All right, we're out of here now. We'll talk to you later.
We gone.
Peace out, everyone. Bye.
Bye.